SOC the brand. SOC the brand. SOC the brand. SOC the brand.
Come on now, let's go. Yeah, what's up? Yo, what's going on? What's up, guys? Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Hear Me Out Network. I am your host, Dylan. By my left we got Willie. By my right we got Venture the Artist. Below we got Ann Kofi, Fayola, Megan. How y'all doing? What's up, panelists?
I'm doing great.
How,
I'm just feeling superb. You
how
know the
y'all
word.
feeling, bro?
Feeling good.
Yeah, I'm
You?
cool, bro.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm fantastic, bro.
That's good.
Megan, what's up? Fayola, what's up?
Nothing much. Just living life.
All right, shout out to some of my college students. It's been the first week. How'd that go? Or how's that going?
It's cool. I mean, I got lost the very first day. I'm not gonna hold you, but like, yeah, I wasn't that. It's cool, bro.
Yeah, I got lost too. I came in my first class like 15 minutes late, and the doors were in front of the class too. So I'm, so I
Yeah,
walk in, and then you just see like 30 students just looking dead at me. I'm like, well, damn. But it's cool though, you know. Um, Willie, bro, what's up with you, bro? How you feeling?
I'm cool, bro. I wasn't here last week, so I think this is redemption time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, shout out to Unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Unfiltered. Yeah, yeah, we had an amazing show last week. Y'all better tune in, search up Unfiltered Podcast HMO, or you could just go on the Hear Me Out YouTube page and scroll down. You're gonna see the YouTube. Subscribe to that. Man, we be dropping bombs and gems over there. Um, and thank you for all the viewers. We got 11 people in the chat. Thank you for everybody that's viewing right now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. I'm gonna get on subscribe. Okay. Hey James, bro, pull up the random Q&A, bro. You know I like a little mental exercise, bro. You know I don't know these questions. Oh, yeah. It's college. All right, Vinci, you already got it, bro. But let me state the question, bro. Is college important? Is college important? I'm a Dr. Umar this joint. Is college important? All right, go ahead, Vinci.
honestly speaking, yes, because it made it important in today's society. If you don't go to college, the chance of you getting a job is really like slim. But honestly, bro, it shouldn't be important because I feel like we should live in a world where as long as you know what you're doing, or like you at least got the brain capacity to do certain things, you should be able to get a job. Because I guarantee you, half the things we learn in college we will not use once we graduate. Like literally, half the things we learn are redundant. So yeah, it's important because society makes it important, not because it's actually like functionally important.
All right,
I feel
redundant.
like
That's an SAT word. Go ahead, Phil.
I feel like it depends on what you're actually trying to study or what you're actually trying to do with your life. I feel like for certain things, college isn't important. Like if you're going down like an arts route, for instance, I feel like college isn't important in that sense. But if you're doing something like you're trying to go into nursing and all that, I feel like college is important in that sense. But I also feel like college is a scam. So
Hmm. Willie, is college important?
Um. Yeah, bro. I wanna agree with what my man Vinci said. We live in a society that they made college important. You know what I'm saying? But there was a day and time, which was not that long ago, maybe a generation or two, where you get out of high school and you go and you learn a trade. You don't need to go to college. You can be certified as a plumber, certified as a technician, certified as an electrician, certified as whatever. And you can do things and make money for your family and do whatever you got to do, and you don't need to go the college route. But money, greed, um, you know, people get power hungry. They built this college institution, and so they sort of impose this thing on you. And so now today, college is not going to college is is honestly a huge risk. Because like Vinci was saying, every single place you show up to, they'll ask for that slip of paper, which doesn't even guarantee you a job, by the way. That's where I agree with Fayola that it's low key a scam. It doesn't guarantee you a job. You can have a PhD or whatever, whatever, whatever. You show up to the place and they'll say, ah. So yeah, it's important only because it was made to be important. But if we talk opinion based, if we were allowed to do things if the whole society, at least in the United States, was not built around this college institution, they would not be as important as it is today. But yeah.
Make your answer. And what's up?
Yeah, I think for the most part, college is important because, like Willie said, wherever you go, they will ask for some type of credentials. They will ask for some type of, evidence that somehow, like the paper just shows that you have, I guess, a lot of knowledge on what you're trying to do. So I will say that college is important, but sometimes maybe what you're really meant to do, you don't necessarily have to go to college for it. And it could be a waste of time. It could be a big waste of money because you could always change your mind and not want to do what your major is. So,
Let's hear from Megan.
I agree with Willie and Payola, and I feel like college is important if you make it important to you, but also there was a time when college wasn't needed to be successful in life.
James, you about to go, bro?
Yo. Yeah,
You about to go, bro?
yeah. Just want to address something right quick. Like I hear a lot about like we're talking about how society's making it important and all this other stuff, bro. Cool, I guess society's made it important. Actually, I've read a couple articles or like I've seen a couple things like before I started school, and it basically talked about how most like degrees that like people are getting right now, bro. When you get your degree probably won't even be on your like it wouldn't even like what you majored in probably won't even be on there. It just say like bachelor's and whatever, or just be like graduate, like what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of these, there's a lot of things going on that we don't know about, I would say. Like people, like there's a lot of things that are going on that we don't know about. As far as like degrees and stuff like that, I know there's like some rumor going around in my school, like, oh, your name would be on your degree, and the year you graduated, and that's it. How am I supposed to take a piece of paper to someone that I want to go work for, bro, and show them that I just graduated college, but my major's not on it. Something I work hard for is not on there. Like that's crazy, right? So society's made it important, right? But at the end of the day, like it's so easy to make money now, like in this current generation that we live in. Like you can do anything to make money. Like you don't necessarily need college to do it. You don't really need college to be successful in a sense, but like as far as like trying to get like big industry jobs and stuff like that, yeah, everyone's looking for a degree. It's past high school, GED, any of that nonsense, bro. It's they need a degree, they need some type of like college education, like, or they won't even accept you. They won't even look at you. But there's way more ways to make money like than just like going to college and like being adept and like doing all that other stuff.
You already know what I'm gonna say about when it comes to college. It depends. It depends if you're intentional, if you're not. If you're going to get a basket weaving degree, as y'all know I be saying, if you're going to get a basket weaving degree, then no, it's not important to you. Then I guess because it has no value. But if you are going for majors such as like STEM and stuff that actually has an engine, a pipeline, yeah, it's very important, and it is very important to our society as well because a lot of things that are needed in society today require a college degree. I'm not talking about the McDonald's or none of that. I'm talking about these IT jobs, these the oil industry, the tech industry, all these new emerging industries that require a college degree, some form of education or some form of certification. But college is important if you're going there for the right reasons. If you're not, if you're getting a basket weaving degree, then you're wasting your time. Yeah. Willie, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I want to touch on something my man James said. I like what he said about how it is much easier to make. It's not only is it much easier, but there's more options. Your options for making money are much broader than they used to be. I think the main thing that we should always remember, just as far as I won't say society as a whole, but I'll at least since we're in the U.S., I'll say for America in general, these colleges are making bread. These colleges are making bread. You know what that means? That means they don't want to stop making bread. So what happens is, man, bitchy, bro. What happens is when we get into these schools that we go to, these schools are not teaching you how to have that job that you could possibly have outside of college. That's where that whole society part plays in. Because if you wanna use a scary term, you can call it indoctrination, where since you were X amount of years old, you were told that you got to do this. You have to have the best grades. You have to have moderate grades at least. Take care of yourself in middle school so that you're ready for high school. Take care of yourself in high school so that once the time comes for you to sign those papers, send in your FAFSA, send in your blah, 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 the scholarships can just come raining down. And yeah, I get to go to a college. Cool. The problem is, because of this, we can't do what James is saying because sadly, the large majority, maybe I'm making a dangerous statement when I'm saying this, but at least my personal belief is that the large majority of students in schools right now, and even their parents, have no idea how to make that money, and they don't know where to go to learn how to. They don't know where to go to learn how to make money outside of it. It doesn't even just have to be, I mean, we always talk about businesses and et cetera, et cetera. People don't know about that stuff. They don't know how to take it. I mean, it wasn't until it's not going to be until next year that MCPS is going to make taking a financial literacy class mandatory. That means that since for years, decades upon decades upon decades, children have been leaving high school not even knowing how to do their own taxes because everybody wants to be dependent on go to college, give them this paper, you get this job, and then you're in the system and you're working and you get your house and your cul-de-sac, your golden retriever, and your wife, your two children, and your Audi parked in the front lawn or whatever. This is the American dream that's fed to us as children. And so yeah, it's true what James is saying is that there's so much that we can do. I'd say that children specifically, I won't even worry about bother about the parents, but children specifically, especially today, have been done a disservice by the schools because the schools are not necessarily preparing them to be successful on their own. They're preparing them to go work under somebody after they go through this whole thing about college and da 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 da. But yeah.
And to add into what you're saying, take my word for it. I'm a STEM major in college. We learned literally 85% of the things I learned about. My mom's a doctor, right? When I talked to her about it, she's like, yeah, since she graduated, even in graduate school, they did not even use it. So that means I have to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes doing homework about these topics just for it to be redundant. Not to end the fact that my major is exercise science, but they having me learn about chemistry. Like, it makes no form of sense. And that's just how most college classes are. Like, you rely be like a psych major. They're gonna make you learn everything down for biology through physics just because it puts more bread in their pocket. So honestly, yeah, college really is a scam. But unfortunately, unless you're gonna find your own way to make bread, like James said, you just gonna have to dug it through and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. It all depends on your ROI. It depends on how you use it. But James, bro, pull up the next question, bro. If you're just not tuning in, welcome to the Hear Me Out Network. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. Okay? Please. But yeah, pull up the next question, yo. As you guys can see, you know, the title of our show, you know, let's talk about cancel culture. So, let me ask you guys, what are your thoughts and opinions on cancel culture? This is for anyone to answer.
Let me go first. Hold up. Before we even get the show started, bruh, it is Black History Month. I wake up on 2/22 because I'm like, all right, it's the second day of Black History Month. I know the Washington football team is gonna bless us by naming the team something related to black people, bro. I go online. We're called the Washington Commanders, bro. What? No, that actually really fried me, bro. They were cancel culture. They need to bring cancel culture back and cancel that name, bro. They canceled the I don't know if I can say that the previous name, and they changed it to the Washington football team. That was cool. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, they finally gonna give us, the Red Tails was like, oh, black pilots back during the day. So I was like, I bet the reason why they gonna change the name in Black History Month is to name the team Red Tails, bruh. Commanders, bruh. I'm no, bro. I'm honestly done. No, ain't no way, bro.
Can I say something? Something about that feels very racially motivated. I don't know if it's just me, but it's giving massa. Like, what do you mean Washington Commanders? Like, my friend was like, maybe it should have been Washington Defenders. I could have gotten down with that. But Commanders? They tried to play with us. They did.
Hey, shout out to the shout out to the what's it called? The Commanders?
The Commanders, bro. No, listen,
The
bro.
Commanders,
Listen.
the non-playoff team, the team.
All
that,
y'all,
you know, let me not even
y'all
throw no
higher up in
shade.
the NFL, bro. We were okay with football team. You should have just left us at football team. I'll rep football team. What am I commanding? What am I commanding?
Hey, it's cool, bro. Hey, Vinci, I know it's tough,
You know what's
bro,
crazy
but-
about what Vinci said, bro? I was reading something on Twitter, bro. Like, first time in a while, I get on Twitter and they're like, dang, it's Black History Month, and we went from being the people that were being beaten or whatever, being like, ruled over, to the people who do the ruling now, like, which is crazy. Redskins and all this other stuff. Like, it's really crazy how like they try to like make some big major change and like to start Black History. I mean, I feel there's a whole bunch of hoopla, bro. I agree with Phil, bro. Something about
They
it racially
flipped
motivated,
it.
bro. It's really.
didn't
I feel like
peep
it's racially
that.
motivated, bro.
I didn't peep that.
It's very. I
Because
really
the
feel like-
skins were the victims, and
Yes.
wow.
I feel like it's very.
Whoa.
It's very. And the thing
Oh,
is,
tell them we have no. Tell them,
it's bad, bro.
But
let's,
look,
let's
Vinci, bro. I know you want to answer this question, bro.
Mhm.
Let's hear you.
Right. Honestly, I feel like cancel culture for the most part, like 95% of the time, is not necessary. I feel like culture changes so frequently, and sometimes we can always like keep up with the changes. And I feel like instead of people just going back and like digging during people and saying, "All right, look, back in 2013, this man said this word or blah blah," just tell them not to say no more. Just correct them. Like, it's never that deep. Words at the end of the day, let's be honest, bro. Words are just words. Like, if you choose to take offense to every single word that is being said, that just you just not gonna function as a human being. I feel like it's never that, and I feel like for the most part, cancel culture is like kind of like the witch trials that used to go back, that used to happen back in the day. People really just get bored and look for somebody to cancel, and people sometimes make it like a collective thing. They'll be like, "Oh, let's cancel this guy, let's cancel this other guy because we just bored," or like, you know what I mean? I feel like for the most part, I feel like the premise behind it was good. Maybe like you find somebody who may have some dirt on their name and try to like make them like own up to it and apologize for it. I feel like that's probably how it started off as, and that was fine. But it changed to find somebody who has dirt on their name or any public figure that you just want to embarrass, call them names, and just let that be it, ruin their career. And when they try to apologize, just disregard it because hey, this is something bad about I don't know hot dogs in 2010.
Personally,
Yeah.
I'm a little in between. Sometimes I feel like cancel culture is like a little unnecessary, but I feel like cancel culture is actually very needed because I feel like people be getting away with a lot of things, and I appreciate when they get backlash for it because there's consequences to your actions. Like Tory Lanez, for instance, and how he shot Meg in the foot. If cancel culture did not exist, he wouldn't have gotten any backlash for that, for real. And I'm glad he got backlash for it, and I'm glad the whole world was against him for it because F you. I didn't say the word, but y'all get the point.
Hey, bro, James, what's your response, bro? Oh no, go ahead, Willie. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Here's one thing. I think we have to like. I feel like people. Cancel culture is usually about following the leader. Cancel culture is usually following the leader. Half you people don't care. Half you people don't care, but you just follow the train of let's trash Tory Lanez because, like, listen, if you're actually outraged about it, don't listen to his music. Cool. If you're actually outraged about it, um, block him on Instagram, leave Twitter, do whatever. And I mean, it's not just Tory Lanez. I'm just using that because Fayola brought it up. But I'm saying, like, think about it, Fayola. Imagine you, right? You're standing up for something that you believe in. You stand up for something that you believe needs to be fought for, et cetera, et cetera. And you have a bunch of hooligans just following you just because Fayola looks pretty. So let's just do whatever Fayola says. Let's just follow. Like, you have to think about it. Like, do I want people who don't even care about what I'm talking about following me, following this cause that I'm doing? That's what most of cancel culture is. I see people. Let's all cancel. The one influencer will get on the internet. So Jake Paul said this. Let's cancel him. And then a whole tribe of 13-year-old children go through the entire history of one man to go find that one Twitter thing he posted and deleted later. So it's not even on Twitter anymore. They go back to go find something. And Jake Paul said he thinks black is a weird color. Jake Paul hates black people. Everybody starts yelling, and now here comes Jake Paul. I want to apologize for my comments. Like, no, I mean, you guys are being lied to. Even the people who are apologizing, they don't care either. They don't care. So that's what I'm saying. Like, keep you have your thoughts, keep them to yourself. If you have your friends, tell your friends, hey, what do you think about blah blah blah? I saw Jake Paul do this. I saw so and so do this. Don't take a bunch of random people with you. It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. Most of the part, like Vinci was saying, it's pointless. It's useless. The backlash will come if you let it come. If you try to impose it, you have a bunch of people just following you, doing whatever for no reason. That's that's it, bro. I'm saying if you truly believe the person should be cut off from society, lead the charge. Don't be frolicking in the back just because you like the other person. Like you don't even care about what you're talking about. So you don't have any right to want to participate in the thing. That's all. Why do you think we get so mad when white people try to include themselves in our stuff whenever we do our Black Lives Matter protests and whatever? Y'all forgot about that one. Where the white people, yes, I stand for you. And we're like, we didn't, what are you doing? What are you doing? You guys notice how as soon as June comes, this is when all the companies start caring about pride and LGBT, whatever, whatever. As soon as February comes, this is when everybody starts caring about Black Lives Matter and whatever, whatever. It's the same thing. That's the exact, hey, that's it, bro. Yeah, I got it. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Sue? Can't hear you, bro.
What's the
All right.
word?
Hey, bro, what's your thoughts and opinions on cancel culture?
For the most part, you already know what I'm about to say, bro. It's just like a bunch of unproductivity, bro. That's all I've been saying, bro. Everything about this is just not productive. You feel me? Like, and it's actually very hurtful to the people that like try to like that added value to themselves and to have it taken away. Like people get fired because of things they say on the net that offends this group of people. You know what I mean? So that's just very hurtful to like that group of people that a lot of us aspire to become one day.
Which is up. Megan, what are your thoughts and opinions on cancel culture?
I feel like um, I kind of agree with what Fayola said in the beginning. Like, it's a little unnecessary, but at the same time, I think it's good when people take accountability of their actions. Like, I think the way which it's done isn't like the best way, but I do feel like people taking accountability for what they've done. I mean, it really doesn't have to be an apology, but just them like owning up to like, yeah, I did say that or I did do that. But cancel culture within itself, I don't know. I feel like the media and everything has really made it even bigger, like TikTok and everything. So, sorry, y'all.
And
My point is, I think that cancel culture has its good and its bad. I do think that it has been effective when it comes to combating racism, when it comes to like, bringing the people who have done wrong to the light. I feel like in that aspect, that's maybe the positive side of cancel culture. It has allowed us, it has allowed us to publicly shame those who have said and done problematic things. But I think where the problem lies is that people who are watching this happen, people who are watching people get canceled, I think what it has done is that it has instilled fear in some people, people in this society, that they're scared to say their full thought. They're scared to say what they really want to say because they feel like they're at risk of being canceled. When someone says something on a public platform that was considered rude or that was considered ignorant, like that is a good time to maybe bring awareness to it and correct them where they were wrong, or in some other cases, cancel them. But I think that where it's also wrong is that sometimes, we focus so much on one word that somebody said and not really listen to their full point. And we try to like, because what there's no good comes out of shaming someone, alienating them, because no one is willing to help them correct their mistakes. How are we supposed to grow and become more knowledgeable about things if no one's able to teach us when we have done something wrong? So that's my point.
all right, all right. James, you about to go?
Now you go ahead, bro.
Go ahead,
Yeah, I go after you.
man. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to side with Sue on this one. Cancel culture is extremely unproductive and extremely useless, and actually, I think it does worse to our society in the back end of things. Um, First of all, this is America, and literally people have fought and died for the freedom to be able to say whatever they want. That's first. So that's the rules of the land, regardless. So that cancel culture should not even exist for that reason alone. Also, I think it really also shuts down the opportunity for people to grow and also become better. There's one thing to educate someone, and there's another thing to cancel someone, because I really strongly believe that everyone has unpopular opinions. And if you were to state your unpopular opinion and you were to get canceled for it and to lose your job and to lose potential um, uh, economic growth for something that you said that someone don't like, I think that's very irresponsible to yourself and to one another. I don't think that we should be holding back what we think. I think that's our biggest problem in today's society. I think we try to coddle, we try to validate what everyone is saying, but yet we shame people who say things that we don't like. It doesn't make sense. If you want to have it one way, you got to have it both ways. If you want to validate everyone, then validate the people that you don't like as well. Or don't be doing like, you got to have it both ways. And that's why I really think that cancel culture is very, very, very unproductive, because it's one thing to hold people accountable, it's another thing to hinder them from becoming better or growing. That's my little 2 cents. I don't know if you don't want to chime in on that.
I'm gonna steal your phrase real quick. The phrase "victim Olympics." Most of the time, when people hop on cancel culture, bro, they honestly like it does not affect them. Somebody could say something about somebody from like I don't know, India. Be like, I don't like Indian food, and it'll be somebody who's not Indian, don't know a single Indian person. They'll be like, oh, that's offensive, that's racist. Like, bro, people just try to include themselves, and it does not accomplish anything, bro. And unless I feel like honestly believe it, unless somebody's attacking you or your mother specifically, stop. It does not matter. Somebody will like go online, call all black people the N words, all that stuff. I don't really care because they're not coming up to me and call me N word in my face. Like these don't really accomplish nothing. And I feel like the same. It's like I think Dylan said the same like standard we use on these other people can be returned back to us because everybody got unpopular opinions. Imagine like you in school and a teacher asks you something about something, and you have an unpopular opinion. Everybody in class like, oh, wait a minute, you said that? Nah, we don't like you no more. And everybody's ostracizing you. And the funny thing is, I believe that if everybody had a camera following us 24/7 like these celebrities do, would have all been canceled probably at least like how many times, bro? And it's like, honestly, I understand people make mistakes with people. Just instead of just making a movement and just treat somebody, instead of they're trying to make a whole movement and try to cancel somebody, mess with their life, just DM them, be like, hey, bro, you can't be saying that, you can't be doing that. That's not right. If we do that, and they still keep on choosing to do it. Let the consequences come to them. Don't be the one trying to force the consequences on them. That's all I gotta say.
But y'all don't think them being canceled is the consequence? I think it is.
I guarantee you, half of the people that canceled don't influence them, bruh. It don't affect them negatively at all. The little white boy that I don't know if I said the S word that was doing that at the little what's called again?
Pew pew.
Yeah, he was on like multiple TV shows. That man real life got a whole fan page because of what he did. And I feel like we can't say about I feel like most of the people that get canceled that honestly get backlash. Most of the time it's like probably like somebody who's not as popular or like, you know what I mean? Because there's endless celebrities who get canceled and they fan bases grow because believe it or not, there's people that actually support what they said or believe the same things that they do. So by canceling them, you're not giving them by making them more notorious and growing their fan base. Because believe it or not, people like controversy. When you add controversy to somebody's image, their fan bases usually grow. Not all the time, but usually.
But what about like R. Kelly and stuff?
Right.
I know people are still stepping in the name of love. However, I feel like, you know, his I'm not gonna lie, I stole that from somebody, but I feel like his like fan base went down rather than up after that.
I guarantee you, they just hiding right now. They're just not trying to get canceled with R. Kelly. People should be cranking R. Kelly behind closed doors. I guarantee you.
But can we also talk about how cancel culture doesn't actually fully cancel somebody? It's just they go through backlash for a whole day. It trends that they should be canceled, and then you know, I feel like that's okay.
That's the point that I actually want to touch on though, is that, you know, we're so quick to do the backlash to make them do this, to make them do that. It's kind of like I want to agree with what Ann was saying. How because of this cancel culture that we have now, people are afraid to speak their mind, afraid to speak whatever they want to speak. Even the fact that we can't say certain words on YouTube. I hope y'all know what that's a product of. If you can put two and two together. The fact that I can't say a word that Vinci just had to ask, can I say, because he doesn't want everybody to go, the whole show's gonna get shut down, YouTube's gonna strike us, no, because you said something offensive. Like, we're so much quicker to attack somebody, to cancel somebody, if you want to use that, than to teach them. And so because we can take Ann's example, a person will look at the world and they'll look at people saying things and seeing them get canceled, and they don't even know why they're getting canceled. That's the kill. So if I don't know why I'm getting canceled, and all I know is because it offended you, I don't know why it offended you, I don't know what it is behind it, what am I going to tell my kids? I'm not going to tell them don't do this. I'm going to just say, those people don't like when you say that, so don't say it. There's no learning anything. I'm not learning why I shouldn't treat somebody this way as far as how I speak. I'm not learning why I should. All I'm doing is because if I in this way, and this is what they do, because we think that cancel culture is making the world a better place. No, it's not. It's just pushing the racist back into hiding, the sexist back into hiding, the feminist, not the feminist, the whatever, whatever people that we cancel today. It's pushing them back into hiding. Does it change their mindset up here? Absolutely not. Because everybody's so busy saying, cancel, 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 cancel. They only think twice because they know they're going to get backlash, not because they know it's wrong or not. And so that's what it is. That I'm not going to say that us teaching them is going to suddenly change the world, but it's a better step. It's a step in the right direction rather than just bashing it's like a little kid. Half the kids who are rebellious are children who their parents said don't do this, and they didn't explain why they shouldn't do it. So they went and did it again. Because who cares? Why shouldn't I do this, mom? Why shouldn't I do this, dad? I'm gonna just keep doing. And so they'll come and they'll beat you, and you'll stop because they're beating you, but not because you know that it's wrong. And until you get grown, I think what's it called? James had said this on another live before, that because of the mistakes that he had gone through as a child, he learned from them, and this is now that he knows, and he can tell you today, don't do this because XYZ. We're treating them like children. Grown people, grown adults, we're treating them like children. These are 30, 40, 50, 60-year-olds. We're treating them like children, shunning them from the truth and just saying, we don't like that. Come on, bro. It won't make any, and I mean, I'll go with Sue. It won't make any change. It's unproductive. We're just yelling at people. Oh,
And the thing
or
is that
I think Ann wanted to say something still.
oh, did you? Go ahead, Miss
I
Mary.
had a point to make that I think where cancel culture arises from, I really do think it is maybe a response for maybe how the justice system has failed us in a way. Um, because like if I ask you like if we had a good justice system, if we had a justice system that actually brings people justice and was actually fair, would we have to rely so much on cancel culture? Would we have to use cancel culture as a way for people who have done something wrong to actually for it to actually be acknowledged and for them to get not really like a punishment because you can't really punish them, but for them to see the wrong in what they did and maybe try to change something like that. That's the point that I wanted to make.
Um, dang, I have to strongly disagree. I mean, I understand the source, but I mean, no disrespect, bruh, but people need to learn their place in society. I think that's one of our biggest problems. There's certain rooms I can speak in, you can speak. I said speaking. There's certain rooms that you could be in, whereas you could say whatever you gotta say freely without any thought in mind. There's certain rooms where people gotta listen to you, but there's also other rooms where you gotta shut up and listen. When it comes to cancel culture, my biggest problem with it is that who are you to hold another civilian accountable for anything? If you have a problem with the justice system, fix it. How do you fix it? Will be very intentional about the people that you elect in the justice system. You see, the thing is that we only vote for the presidential election, which is the least important one to us. We vote for presidents when we don't think about the sheriff, the councilman, the mayor. We don't care about all those little elections where those are the ones that actually affect us the most. So you want you want to hold people accountable, do it the right way. Because the problem is that, like Willie said, no, I think it was you, Vinci, cuz that went in pew pew, you know what I'm saying? Cuz went pew pew. He got more supporters, and he actually got a GoFund that gave him so much money to pay for what, like college, enough money to put a down payment for a really nice house. He got a lot of money because what you promoted him, and then now because of other people, because he had other supporters, because you exposed him, now he's getting more support than he would have if you just let the police handle their job. But that's the problem. We always try to take things into control without consideration. What is the right way to do it? What's the consequence? There's no consequence when you have cancel culture, and that's why I don't like it. Because who are you?
Let me say something right quick, bro. Dylan, it's for you, bro. So you're saying like there's no consequence or anything like that for like cancel culture or anything like that. Like, okay, bro. We're being realistic, bro. This kid that was doing the police job, right? Who is his supporters for? Let's bring it down to like a race thing, right? Even though we shouldn't. But who is his supporters? Who did he? Who did he? Bro, what did he really find?
Conservatives.
No.
Huh?
No. What kind of people did he harm, bro? Be realistic.
Melanated.
Okay, my point exactly, bro.
Yeah.
His supporters are who?
The Negrozoids. Let me stop. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Bro, all of that plays a role, bro. I want you to understand that, bro. When it comes down to cancel culture, when it came down to this don't even want to call him a human being, but to this human being, bro, they came down to him, bro. They wasn't gonna cancel him, bro. As much as we try to enforce certain things, and the way that we wanted him to be dealt with, bro, when it came down to the judicial system, bro, when it came down to like him being judged accordingly, bro, we didn't get that, bro. And don't get me wrong, bro. I'm not a huge fan of cancel culture, bro, but there's certain things that the cancel culture does, bro, that bro, simply cannot be done outside of that cannot be simply done outside of like the courthouse or anything like that, bro. It's little things, bro. When it comes down to situations like this, bro, canceling a human being like that, bro, making sure that his face is known as someone who is destructive to this earth, bro, to the people on this earth, bro, that is something that we need to do, bro. And I'm not saying like, okay, we should judge anyone. No, it's not about judging people, bro. When it comes down to this, it's not about judging people, bro. Okay, like the other petty topics and stuff like that, bro. Certain people like shouldn't be like canceled, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, there's a time and a place for everything, bro. Not everything that you have to say must be posted on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Not everything that you have to say or do your life, you don't have to post that, bro. Because at that point, you're not even living for yourself. But when it came down to this kid that we're talking about here, bro, he got support from the people of his own kind, bro. They're gonna do stuff like that, bro. Because in their eyes, they see him as a hero, bro. They see him as a hero. They hold him up on this pedestal, bro. If I was to go out, bro, if I even walk out with a Nerf gun, bro, I'm doing time in jail, bro. I might even go for life. A Nerf gun.
Might even get killed.
Bro, they might even, if I bring around a Nerf bullet, they'll probably shoot me, bro. That's how crazy it is, bro. And they're not gonna cancel me. They won't cancel the cops. They'll just be like, oh, put him in jail. But they have support either way, bro. They have support. So we talking about like away from like the race and all the other stuff, bro. We're talking about like socials and like the cancel culture that has to do with like socials, bro. That's totally different from like politics, bro. Totally different politics, bro. So don't be like, oh, see what the cancel culture did with this kid. Now he has a house and this, that, and the third. No, bro. It's not even about that, bro. It's not about that, bro. Because people chose to support him, bro. There might be people chose to give him money and do all that other stuff, bro. If it was me, bro, I'm tying that man to a tree, bro. Let him live his life on a tree, bro. I don't care. I'm not saying I'm gonna like kill him. No, I'm gonna let him see the whole world, bro. See the destruction he is.
James, bro, I hear you, bro, but you missing it, bro. You missing it. I'm not saying there's no good things that could come out of cancel culture. But the thing is, if you want it one way, you gotta be able to have it both ways. Like, okay, yes, people were trying to hold him accountable, put his face all over the news. But what I was saying about people starting to GoFundMe, it was as a result of people trying to cancel him, right? You see, like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't because I don't know the future or these possibilities, but based on my experiences, 9 out of 10, if they just did their job diligently as they should have, or whatever like that, and if people weren't trying to hop into judicial business, that GoFundMe, the amount of money that they raised wouldn't have happened. I could be wrong, but hold on. Let me finish my point. But nevertheless, there's a right and a wrong way to do it. As you said, there's some people, the petty stuff, the big stuff, all that is not controlled. And a lot of people really, I think the consequences are more negative than good. And that's the problem. The pros versus the cons, I don't think it match up. And that's why I said, if you really want to hold people accountable, do it the right way. Because you can't be canceling someone for being wrong and then you're going the wrong way about it to hold them accountable.
What's the right way? It makes
no sense.
What's the right way?
What's the right way?
Yes. You got to know
what's the right way.
What's the right way?
I already said what's the right way.
No. Okay, reiterate, because obviously I missed it.
Okay, I was saying that if you really concerned about the safety and the judicial system, right, and wanted to stop failing you, right, do your due diligence and get involved in your politics. And I'm not talking about presidential. No. I'm talking about the ones that really, like, again, sheriff, city councils, mayors, all these other, these little small parties, your Senate, all that. You got to get involved with that. if you really want to be so justice this and that, because basically you're being a social vigilante. That's what you are doing. As, like when you talk about cancel culture, I get it. I get the point, but it doesn't work all the time,
Dylan, you're not
and
knowing.
it does not apply for everyone. If you want cancel culture, because like for example on this show, we say a lot of controversial things. Man, that man Sue, bro, be so worried about what he say, bro, because of this cancel culture, bro. Even though he may have a good point, whether you agree or not. But you see, I understand that, yes, cause that pew pew the people, bro. I need to stop saying that. Cause that pew pew the people, bro. Okay, yeah, they hold him accountable. But in circumstances like this too, they're gonna try to hold him accountable for something that they don't agree with. You gotta be able to have it both ways, and it's not fair.
Dylan,
But I feel like
if
if
you
you
really understand, I don't think you understand the fact that you're trying to, okay, bro, don't pin cancel culture and like try to blame it as the reason why this child was receiving money, bro. You're missing the point of that, bro. This kid is receiving money because he has support from people of his kind. People of his kind support shit like that, bro. I mean, they support stuff like that. They want to see, bro, the moment where they feel like he's a hero, bro, they're going to worship this kid, bro. It's not cancel culture. It's not about how they handle it, how they try to make his face on the news, how to do it. Bro, either way, bro, he's going to get on the news regardless based on what he did, bro. We didn't put him on the news. Nobody that posted that stuff on the internet put him on the news. He put himself on the news, bro. He decided to do what he did, bro. So you can't blame cancel culture. You can't blame the way people reacted, bro, to whatever he did as a reason why he got money, bro. People supported him from the jump. The moment he did it, they supported him. The cops in that moment supported him, bro. They said, "Oh shoot, keep doing what you're doing, bro." They supported him. So don't blame cancel culture for that, bro. As far as the shares, the all that council stuff, bro. At the end of the day, bro, there's still gonna be cliques, there's still gonna be groups, there's still gonna be other things like that, bro. Regardless of who you vote for, regardless of what you think you're gonna do, or whatever you think is gonna like work, bro. At the end of the day, bro, there's a flaw in all of our judicial systems, bro. It doesn't matter where it's police, if there's a black sheriff, it doesn't matter, bro. None of that, bro. There's a flaw, bro. There's a flaw. So when it comes, like I said, when it comes out to politics, bro, if there's nothing being said, bro, then there's no action, bro. Let's talk about all the people who have been wrongly imprisoned, bro. Talk about that, bro, because you wouldn't even know if you don't see the shit on the internet. You wouldn't know. So you're gonna blame cancel culture for that too? You can't blame that, bro. You can't blame that. Be realistic.
Bro.
And my whole thing is, you
Go
said
ahead.
that there's no consequences. There's no real consequences for their actions from cancel culture. But I feel like if they're losing their jobs, if they're losing scholarships, those are the consequences. And my whole thing is, if you had the balls, can I say that? I'm sorry. If you were bold enough to say it, then you should be bold enough to receive the consequences. Like Sue, for instance, yes, he does have controversial mindsets, but you also have to be willing to have people disagree with you. Like the backlash he gets in the comments is because people disagree. It's not because people are trying to cancel him or anything. It's because you're not making sense to that person based on that person's perspective, and they disagree with you.
So, again,
So it is productive.
someone got some white noise.
I think it's you.
Oh,
Wait,
found the culprit.
you really think about it though? Hold up. You really think about it, bro? Cancel culture be picking and choosing who to cancel. Because I know some.
That's the point. That's the point of my whole argument.
I know some people that are famous that did some controversial stuff back in the day.
Exactly.
Her name rhymes with Tardy D. That did some wild stuff back in the day. But
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta have it both ways. That's the point. You gotta be able to have it both ways.
But my whole thing
I understand that it has some pros, but the cons are not outweighing the pros. Wait, no. The pros are not outweighing the cons. Okay, in that situation where white man did that, okay, I could say that's positive. But what about all the other times where people just blatantly say the most wild thing on the internet and no one say anything, just look the other way because they like them? I'm not saying what Cuz did was right or whatever like that. But the point is that it being productive, it being applicable, it doesn't work. And on top of that, you, Vinci, you may think that what someone said is wrong. I may think, okay, it was cool. James might think is wrong. Willie might think is cool. So at the end of the day, is that we're not even canceling as a united front as a society. It's usually just the loudest people. The loudest people do not represent most people, and that's a mistake society keeps doing over and over and over again. Just because this black man said this, that man does not represent me. I don't care how black he is, bruh. So that's the point. Cancel culture, like is not. It has no foundation. It's not sustainable. It's not equal on both sides. And look, if you want to hold people accountable, you have to do it the right way. That's why a lot of criminals are able to leave jail or whatever like that, or set free because the way they're prosecuted, they saw a flaw in the prosecution, and that's what they're let go of, because they're like, you know what, you were unlawfully prosecuted. It applies the same thing. You can't be trying to hold people accountable, but going about it the wrong way. And if you have a lot more negative aspects to it than positive, what are we doing? I understand its purpose, but is it really working? Is that the best way to do it? I don't think so. Go ahead, Sue.
Nah, Ann got next.
Oh,
Ann got next, bro. Go ahead, Ann.
I just wanted to make a quick point, and it's based on what James said and a little bit on what Dylan said. You know, when we like bring awareness to someone or something that they did, you know, because you know, social media is a big platform. It is a huge platform, and you know, when we are posting, when we are bringing things, when we are posting things on social media, like you know, people on social media who can actually affect change will see it, and if they agree with it or they really are passionate about it, they will do what they can in their power to affect that change. I feel like social media is a big platform. A lot of politicians are on social media, and I feel like yeah, there should be a right way to affect change, like you're saying, Dylan. But you have to be realistic. Like when somebody sees something that was bad, or you know it's going viral, like it's so quick to like send a tweet. It's so quick to post something on Instagram, and then it will just spread. Like it will spread rapidly, and that's why I think them using social media as a way to cancel someone or as a way to bring awareness to something is actually not always it's not bad. And I think somebody made a point about, you know, the justice system and how it will never be perfect. You know, like there will never be a system in which there is perfect justice and no mistakes. Like there will never be a perfect judicial system. There will always be mistakes. All we can do is try our best to be fair. That's all.
And that's the point. How you gonna be fair where all you loud people on Twitter saying all this type of stuff, and I'm here in the background, I'm not even liking, I'm just scrolling past the content. It's not fair because it's not everyone that's participating in it. You're not getting consensus from everyone. You're getting it from a select group, a small group of people that are very loud, which means it's very inconsistent. So yes, the judicial system may never be perfect, but it can be consistent. Okay? I rather have the justice system be 80% right than cancel culture be 50 or 30% right. Because oh shoot, you can't have like you have to have a consistency, you have to have a balance. And cancel culture does not offer that. That's my problem with it. I'm not saying that canceling the wrong people like R. Kelly or whatever like that is wrong. Yes, he deserves to be canceled. But the way you go about it, the way he got caught was not through, was it through cancel culture? I forgot. But nevertheless, you gotta do it the right way every single time. You can't, because at the end of the day, we're all, if you want to talk about cancel culture, in a sense, we're all low-key hypocrites. Because if you want to talk about canceling, if I were to cancel people for whatever they did that I don't like or approve of, I'm gonna cancel like half of the people in the world. And if people were to cancel, and a lot of people will cancel me for sure. I know that for sure. So there's no base, there's no foundation. There's no group of people. It's not a common consensus. It's not everyone approving of it. Because 9 times out of 10, most of the time, a lot of people like me are not participating in it. a lot of people have their own thoughts and opinions. That this is actually the reason for this platform, because a lot of people have thoughts and opinions that they don't want to share because of cancel culture to the society. So if you got a lot of people, who have certain way of thinking of things and they're not participating in these social trends or whatever like that, is not fair because we're not participating, because it looks foolish to me. That's why I don't agree with it.
One more. Oh, you want to speak too? Or should I go? Oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, it looks like this monster called cancel culture has used the internet to turn this nation into a elementary school, bro. You feel me? There's no other adjective to describe it. You know what I mean? Mr. Pew Pew. I guess, bro. You feel me? Whatever. But what about Dave Chappelle? What about those guys? Said something that hurts your feelings. So after that, my question is simply, how sensitive are you? Where are the adults? That's all I got to say, bro.
Let me say something. 2 seconds. Cancel culture don't change how people feel about a topic. They're just going to hide it.
But can I say something?
I did not. Wait. Can you say that again? I didn't hear what you said.
My fault. I said cancel culture does not change people's feelings or thoughts about a topic. They just go into hiding.
But I feel like if you get backlash enough from the world, it's gonna make you think, oh, maybe I should think twice about this, or maybe I should think a little more about my thoughts. It's not for. I feel like it's not for. I'm sorry. I feel like it has a different effect on different people. Am I lagging? No. Oh, okay. I'm lagging on my side. But I feel like it. Yeah. But anyways, I feel like it has a different effect on different people. Like, sure, some people go into hiding, but some people are like, damn, like the whole world is against me. Maybe I should think about my actions a little more. And some people are scared from the backlash they were receiving, that they switched their mindset and they're like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't think like that anymore.
I highly doubt it.
But it's not everybody that's just going into hiding.
I highly doubt any racist
But
people.
anyways, leave them in hiding, because I said,
Megan, go right. Well,
I just want to say something real quick. I really agree with Sue about like sensitivity wise, because I feel like people are just like canceling people for anything based on their own like overly sensitive feelings. So I agree with Sue. Like, I feel like people need to get their emotions in check.
Oh, and let me say something real quick. I think we need to, when we talk about, number one, I think we need to be clear about our definitions of what we call cancel culture, because I remember Anne was in the middle of talking. She said cancel culture, but she also said bringing awareness. And I don't necessarily believe that bringing awareness and cancel culture are the exact same thing.
it's not.
Because bringing awareness to something and canceling, those are two, you can take those two different places, right? But since we're on the topic of cancel culture, I think we need to have it set. What are you trying to accomplish? That's all. What are you trying to accomplish? Are you just trying to move the person out of the way? Are you trying to remove people who think like this or act like this from society? Are you trying to change their mind so that they can start being on the train as everybody else who thinks that you shouldn't be treating people like this? You shouldn't be doing, because once you get that, I'm not going to get into the whole fight about the right way, the wrong way, the whatever. But I think your purpose, your intentionality behind it matters too, because I don't necessarily think it is a smart thing, an intelligent thing to do, to just get rid of somebody because they didn't do something correctly. No, if you don't teach them, there's nothing stopping people behind them from doing it. If you don't show them why they should, there's nothing. And so why should the next little pew boy not come and do the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're not intentional about trying to change what's going on up here and in here, and we're just trying to just let's lock them up. I mean that's just where I'm coming from, because just putting people in jail hasn't stopped crime from happening. So in the same sense, just bashing people enough. I mean, your parents, some of you have been spanked and beat and whooped every type of way possible. Did that stop you from being rebellious? No. Now, does that mean that everybody responds the same, or like Phil was saying, reacts the same to getting a whooping? No. But the problem is not what you do with these, it's what you do with these and this. It's what's up here and in here that matters, because that's how society is run.
What did you just point to?
Your brain.
And then what?
Your heart.
All right. I ain't see you, bro.
But yeah, that's it.
But I feel like what Anne's saying, I feel like it is at the same time bringing awareness, because like sometimes people will be like they'll be talking about a specific celebrity or something, and they'll be like, oh, look at what this person was saying and da 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 da. And it is raising awareness essentially, because you're showing other people how this person thinks, or certain things that they were saying, or certain things that they agree with. I do feel like it's bringing awareness, but I also feel like, anyways, that's what I was saying.
That's true. I think just don't go past bringing awareness. That's because as soon as you start going past bringing awareness, that's where Dylan can start asking about doing things the right way. Once you move past bringing awareness, you're going into what I think. What does Willie think about the person? What does Willie think about? If I'm just bringing awareness to let people know this terrible thing is going on, cool. But if I go past that step, now I'm bringing my own feelings, my own emotions, my own, if you want to talk about traumas or whatever. Yeah, go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I feel like we gotta go on to the next topic. But yeah, as far as like social media, like and cancel culture, as far as like anything that happens around like social media, I'm not in full agreement with it. I don't really like the thought of it, the way that it's done. It's not really like done in a proper way, and I can honestly say I don't know what real way or what's like the right way for it to be like done, or like for any change to be made. And I guess you guys can say like, oh, canceling them or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But at the end of the day, like really, like Willie said, cancel culture is not, I really don't think it's about bringing awareness or anything like that, bro. It's literally, it's all negativity, bro. It's literally like negative, toxic energy brought into like one thing to bring like, it's not even real awareness, to bring awareness to a certain topic, a certain thing that someone has said or whatever, just to like get him, like it's more of like a forcing, like, oh, make him change the way he thinks or something like that. And I kind of agree with Vinci, bro. In reality, you're not going to change the way anyone thinks. You can't change the way anyone thinks. You can sit and you can talk about the way you feel. And I guess canceling them, I guess, is a way of making, I don't know. But doing that, it really doesn't do anything, because at the end of the day, they're going to still feel the same way. Like, the only thing that you're doing, I guess, in a sense, is just hurting their money. I mean, but at the end of the day, like, they're forever going to have money. So I'm not fully in agreement with like the whole cancel culture thing and like how it's done. Like the execution of it is like done like very bad. I don't think I would want anyone to like lose any type of like scholarship or any type of money. But like, bro, you can say and be crazy all you want like that, but I personally don't wish like bad for anyone. Like just as who I am.
All right. Yeah, y'all said what y'all said, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You serious?
You just not. Oh shoot, bro. You was about to go?
Yes, I was about to go. You know I was about to go.
Bro. My bad, bro. Just was a little distracted, bro. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
All right, before to wrap it up, you know what I mean? That phrase, bringing awareness, compared to canceling somebody, when you put those two phrases next to each other, it really got me thinking, you Bammers on Twitter are some bullies for real, bro. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? You'll cancel Dave Chappelle, bro, but you won't cancel the Taliban, bro. You won't cancel the Klan. You feel me? Like, you can only cancel something. Like it's really like you're only gonna cancel who you can cancel, bro. You're not gonna cancel the people that really go against your ethics and ideologies, bro. You feel me? Y'all some bullies for real. Textbook bully, bro. It's not respectable. It's not productive. That's all I got to say. That's it.
That I like your response, bro. I really do. If you're just now tuning in, welcome to the Hear Me Out Network. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Dylan, and you know we got a lovely panel over here, and we're speaking about cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hit that like button, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Turn on that notification bell so you know each time we go live. Shout out to our show Unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? Great show on Sunday. Y'all gotta watch that joint, bruh. And look, we're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You know what I'm saying? So tune in. You know what I'm saying? Now the next question, if you could pull that joint up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now let me let that joint come back. Is it bad that cancel culture is ran through society? Is it bad that cancel culture is ran through society? James, you want to explain the question?
Oh my God.
No,
I don't even understand the question,
Please
James.
explain the question before we answer that.
Can you
'cause
explain it, bro?
you make sense.
Before
I don't think
explain
I'm
the question,
understanding.
Before I explain the question, Leo, did you want to say something?
No, you can explain the question first.
All right. So the question is it bad that cancel culture is ran through society? So, as we were previously just saying, how like everything is really done based off of like like cancel culture is really like ran through like social media and based off of like how people feel in the current moment or how people feel in general, right? So, is it bad that like social media controls how like the cancel culture goes?
Yeah, I think it's really bad because let's be honest, society is really ran by the few. Like most of the standards set in society are done by like a couple people, usually like celebrities and stuff like that. And these people don't always have a good moral compass. So because of that, there's not really rules or regulations to how cancel culture is ran. This is how Dylan says you only cancel people that you choose to cancel. And for the most part, these celebrities can't really cancel like they can try to cancel politicians and all that, but for the most part, they can't really like cancel the people that you know what I mean. Like because the end of the day, like if you're I don't know Bobby Shmurda, but you don't like how your manager like operating, you decide to cancel them. Of course, you get a couple of Bobby Shmurdians to like, you know what I mean, go against him and all that. If you Bobby Shmurda trying to cancel maybe like New York City Police Department because they're way here like doing something illegal, people gonna look at you like, bro, what? You want me to go up against the police department? Like it's gonna be pointless because there's no like real regulation. I feel like there's by the same time, you don't want cancel culture to be ran by like the government officials because then it's gonna be like it's gonna be like an invasion of like a person's mindset, and they're gonna feel like an invasion of privacy because then when it comes down to it, you cannot try to tell somebody how to think, no matter how wrong or right it might be. And for you to try and force to change somebody's mindset against your own will, that's a little too much.
And I think there's a reason it's called cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't get the culture from the government. You don't get the culture from law enforcement. You don't get the culture from teachers or parents. You get the culture from society. So like that's a thing that was made by them. And so if you we think it's bad now. Let it be run by the government and watch all hell break loose. Because when those people that's up there that we're always fighting, there's too many white men in the White House, there's too many white men in Congress, there's too many white men in the Senate, there's too many white men in the judicial branch and the blah 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 blah, too many white men, too many white cops, too many whatever, all the stuff that we complain about. If you hand it over to them, well, you guys are finished. Everybody's finished because those people don't care. They're at a higher level of if you want to say society or whatever. They're on if you want to say they've been placed on a pedestal just based on how the United States was formed. The basis of how this from the Constitution to the Declaration of Independence to the Emancipation Proclamation. I mean, every single thing that has happened, it has been done intentionally to keep whoever they want in power the way they want them. We try and we make strides and we do things. We put it in their hands. Well, just watch. Just watch. So that's why I was so confused about the question because it's like, where else would you run that through? First off, do they even care about canceling people? That's the other thing. I think that goes with what Megan and Sue were saying about maturity. They don't care. They rule the world. They have that. He just put it up. They're the ones with the bread. Who cares? I mean, if I just Wipe out all the black people. That's more land for me. That's more. You understand what I'm saying? Like it just. I don't know. We call them the elites. We call them the elites, the ones who really run things around here. I mean, y'all can hand it to them if you want. It won't work. That's why well, I say it's bad. The only reason I'll say it's bad, you'd have to change the question to say it's bad how society uses cancel culture. But the fact that it's ran through there, it's the only place.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like it's celebrities and stuff who's initiating cancel culture. It'd be regular schmegular people who initiate the canceling. Damn, I was gonna say something about something Willie said. I'm gonna just wait for it to come back to me.
I wanted to.
Willie, you're talking about how they use it. It's a good question.
Wait,
But,
whoa. Was Ann talking?
bro, are you serious?
I'm so serious. I heard her voice.
Bro, this
Right.
is like the third time, I swear.
This the third time, bro.
Cancel Dylan. Cancel Dylan. Cancel Dylan.
All right. This time I'm gonna redeem it to you. You get the whole screen.
I wasn't even gonna say something that was gonna be quick, but
Oh,
I was just gonna say that to answer the question, I was just gonna say that yeah, it is bad because the people that are canceling, the people that are trying to punish those for doing something wrong, like you have to and like who are we to try and punish someone for their wrongdoing? Like we, as if we're perfect. I'm pretty sure the people who are canceling, the people who, oh, he did this, he did that, are not so holy themselves. They've said something, they've done something that are probably worse than the person that they're trying to cancel.
She getting it.
And it's like there's no, by living in such a broken world, it is nothing but a man's nature to sin. I mean, that's what we're here to do. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. So there's no power, there's no purpose in canceling. It's not gonna produce anything.
And
Can I say something?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say to Ann's point, like she said, like who are they, or like I feel like it gives them some sort of power to have that type of control over people's lives, and maybe that's why they do it in a sense.
Willie, your question. You stated a question. I think um, you said why are we canceling or something, or how are we canceling? Is that
Nah. I was saying because I was addressing the question. I was saying like because the question is if it's bad that cancel culture is bad for society. Number one, I was like, there's nowhere else to run it. So if and I was saying if I were to change the question would be, is it bad how society uses cancel culture? But that's all. There's nowhere else for us to put it through. To take cancel culture and put it somewhere. You can't give it to the government. You can't give it to because they're the ones who run the place. Give it to the what's their name? The celebrities too. It's like Fayla was saying. It's the Joe Schmo who started the thing. Jay-Z is not worried about y'all. He's sleeping. When he wakes up and he finds out that there's a problem, then he'll start talking about it.
So I like the question because it kind of extends it takes a deeper dive into the conversation. I would say that cancel culture, it wouldn't matter because it doesn't matter. The problem is the source when it comes to cancel culture. Who is the one doing the canceling? That's the biggest problem I have with it. Who is doing the canceling? And as Ann was saying, is most people are hypocrites. So who's doing the canceling? Are you willing? And I like how you guys named a lot of people in the chat, like Cardi B. Why isn't she canceled? She drugged a bunch of men, stole their money, but we're not canceling her, right? But when some other male do something else, we want to cancel him as well, which is rightfully justified. But the point is, you gotta have it both ways. But the thing is that the way Cardi B has such a strong hold on a lot of you people, that you guys are not able to let go and hold her accountable. That's my problem with cancel culture, because it goes with the popularity or with pop culture or whoever is in, who is ever the most likable person. It's not about who's the most right. It's about who's the most liked. And that's my problem with it, because the source are people. They're gonna cancel somebody they don't care about. But if they're like, oh, Beyonce, I'm sure Beyonce got some stuff in her rap sheet. You can cancel her. You can cancel almost anybody you want. That's the reason why. Like it really goes deeper. Like is it a reflection of our society, bruh? Is that what cancel culture really is?
And real quick, that's I don't know. I could low-key agree with Dylan on that, because I just want y'all to see the how easily we were able to get R. Kelly out of here today. Yet how hard it was back in the 90s when he was doing the stuff that he was doing. I'm not here to fight for him and say, oh, he doesn't deserve to be in jail for the things that he did or whatever. But it's to say that back then, when R. Kelly was in his prime, when he was bumping and grinding, y'all loved him. But a new generation grew up, were born, and met a man they'd never seen before, and they didn't care about it. And they heard rape attached to. Oh, I don't think I can say that.
Ooh.
But they heard bad things attached to his name. They heard bad things attached to his name. And because they saw those bad things attached to his name, it was easy to get rid of him. It was easy to remove him from the place, because they don't. You have to be honest. Most of the people who are doing the canceling were not alive when R. Kelly was who he was. When he was this guy, you get on the stage and people start screaming, "Oh my goodness, R. Kelly!" Blah, 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 blah. So it's easy to get rid of him. It's easy to remove him. It's easy to move him out of the place, because we don't really care. At least the generation that's coming up who did the canceling. We're the ones with the social media. We're the ones with the internet and all that stuff. They didn't have that back then. And even if they did, they love him too much to do that.
Wait, but actually, I like your point. But here's the caveat: they did want to cancel him. They did want to cancel him at first. I'll probably say he's probably the first biggest, I don't know, whoever, the biggest influencer to actually be like, well, they actually attempted to cancel. But the thing is that they loved him so much. Like for example, if I created a whole legion of a bunch of guys try to cancel Cardi B culture, I'm pretty sure the same. If I try to get a bunch of dudes or whatever like that, a lot of people to try to cancel Cardi B, it will probably be the same effect R. Kelly did, as a lot of people try to protect her as well, because that's what happened. A lot of people are like, no, R. Kelly will never do that. R. Kelly will never do that. This is R. Kelly we're talking about. R. Kelly won't do that. That ain't a little girl. They went to all great lengths to try to protect this man because they liked him. They liked him. So the source is messed up. It's terrible. This is why it shouldn't even exist, because you put it into the hands of everyday people. Not even everyday people. People that got their faces glued on their phone. Because the most productive people in society aren't on their phone on Twitter like that. Man, the last time I ever went on Twitter, bro, was when some controversy happened. It involved some disposal of bodily fluids and putting it on somebody's face. If you know, you know, bro. That's the last time I've been on Twitter. I don't be on Twitter. So most people that be productive, they don't be like doing this kind of stuff, bro. But
I know you made a point about how most people about who you try to utilize cancel culture are hypocrites, and that's very true. Let's be honest, bro. Most of these rappers that we be listening to did some really bad stuff, and we were especially. I'm not gonna say that man's name, but the man who's in Utah and the mountains, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. His name, Young Boy, and all them other people like him. They did some very atrocious stuff. These people were like, talk about people killing other people for no reason. They don't brag about it, but then nobody cancel them. And it's like, bro, if you're gonna go out your way to try to cancel people, I don't know, for like whatever reason. Why can't y'all cancel these rappers that be talking about crimes and all this stuff, all these atrocities that they did? Right, you know, TK, bro. After what that man like people, two innocent people, bro. People so always trying to say free TK, no, you can't cancel it. Like, bro, what? Like, yeah, people are very hypocritical. They'll really try to cancel somebody over the smallest things, but the big things that people do wrong, they'll try to let it slide because, oh, I like your music, or oh, you're a cool person.
Hey, Vinci. I know
And the
why
funny
they
thing
won't.
is,
That's how you feeling?
About what? TK?
Come on, Dylan.
oh,
What?
Bro, Vinci, I know. I got the answer to your question, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I know why they won't cancel them. They won't cancel YoungBoy because YoungBoy get with you. They won't cancel TK because TK get with you. Some bullies, bro.
you said they get what?
They'll get with you.
He's
If you know
basically
how,
they
if you know
only
how to
attack people they can reach. That's what it is. They know that if I attack this person from back here, from behind you, he can't come get me. But if I attack this rapper who he's in his songs and he's talking about killing who, doing what, if he sends his goons to come get me, I'm finished. It's like Sue was saying, that's bullying 101. You pick on somebody you can pick on. And so that's why that little thing that you see in the cartoons all the time, pick on someone your own side.
So, oh, you muted yourself. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But
You're only fighting me like this because you can, because you're bigger than me. You're way stronger than me, and I can't do anything to you. But let somebody the same size as you or bigger do this, and you treat them like that. Let's see how you act like that. Then, you're not wrong.
the funny thing is, I keep telling you, it keeps going deeper. You can't cancel people that got real power. You cannot cancel people that have real power. I was watching this video. It was 50 Cent. I think he was like the Breakfast Club or whatever like that, and he was saying that like, oh, how'd you not get canceled? You know, you be saying all these wild things. You be doing all these crazy things. Why can't you be canceled? This man said, because I still identify as a rapper. Now that's a joke. Like, it's funny, but the truth is that he can't get canceled because he has real power. He makes billions of dollars a month, not even a year, a month. And he also identifies as a rapper. He's still respected in the streets, but also respected amongst the men in his suit and tie. So, such as, you know, the elites or whatever like that. You can't cancel people in power. You just can't. They're untouchable. So, again, what cancel culture could, what I find it to really be is crabs in a barrel. That's what I really think cancel culture is. Crabs in the barrel. But last few points, we about to move on to the next question. Nothing? All right, cool. If you're just not tuning in, welcome to the Hear Me Out Network. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. We're gonna wait.
Or cancel you if you don't subscribe.
Yeah, we're gonna cancel you. Let's take a moment of silence for those that are not subscribing, because we're gonna cancel them. Let's take a moment of silence. Alright, that's cool. Look, subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? It really helps us out. It really supports us. Let's get to the next question. Okay, cool. So let that joint load back up. Is cancel culture just a voice for people who don't like certain things? Is cancel culture just a voice for people who don't like certain things?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I think it is, because I feel like most people that get canceled in society, they do nothing too outrageous. People just choose to be overly sensitive, or I honestly believe they be bored and they just choose to find a purpose by canceling somebody so that they can be known as a person that started. They kind of see it as starting a revolution by canceling somebody big. Because I don't know. So I feel like, yeah.
No, it's true. It's true. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's true. That's what it is. You don't like something, so you get rid of it. Oh, I don't like your shoes. Your shoes, they don't represent my culture. I'm canceling you. I don't like your hat. Your hat look, so I'm canceling you. I remember when Gucci came out with a skeezy that had like red on the mouth and I think white on the eyes. And people said that looks like blackface. Canceled. Half of you don't know what blackface is. Where did you get this from? I mean, you're 10, 11, 12, 13. Where did you get this from? Like, listen, there's some, if you, like I said before, bro, if you're offended by it, be offended by it in your corner. Don't shop at the place. Stop listening to the music. Stop watching the person's show. Stop buying their merch. Stop doing whatever. But this thing that he mentioned the H&M one, and this thing that they do where they pick and choose what I don't like because I'll use the H&M thing as an example. Half the people who did it, they probably never shopped at H&M a day in their lives. And there's just an ad popped up somewhere, and oh my goodness, now we have to, because you don't like the thing. So you get rid of it. Obviously, it's easy to get rid of something you don't like. In a perfect world, Willie could have everything he likes and everybody would hate what he hates. In a perfect world. That's what cancel culture is. You know what the problem is, though? There's too many of you. And none of you will all come to a consensus ever. One person will like chocolate more than the other person. You're canceled. That chocolate it's too good. You can't cancel Hershey's. Finding the most minuscule things to get rid of a person because you don't like them. You don't like what Logan Paul was saying. Here's the truth. Here's the sad truth. Y'all remember what he did when he went to Japan? Y'all remember what he did? He went to Japan and he showed the people in that forest. Y'all remember that?
He showed what?
I can't say it, but he was in a forest and he showed some people in the forest. Y'all remember that? Most of the people who were canceling him because of that, they didn't care. They just thought Logan Paul was annoying. Logan Paul was the crazy guy making the weird faces and making a lot of noise with his little brother, dropping diss tracks against Rice Gum and stuff. So they found an occasion to hate on him. That's it. It's that simple. I don't even remember if he like blurred out the thing that he showed in his video or not. Whether he did or he didn't. I think he did. I don't know. Did he? I have no idea. But half of you didn't care. And if you did care, you have to plunge yourself headfirst into Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever, to tell the whole world, stop watching Jake Paul. He went to a forest and showed this. Is people not watching Jake Paul going to stop him from going there and doing it again? Like, you see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. It is. It's a voice. It gives people a voice. I like what Megan said. It's a power trip. I don't have the ability to get up on a pedestal and have 1 million people speak about something that I care about. But if I can get enough people to agree with me, then my idea as a regular Joe Schmo will get carried all the way to the top. And then Logan Paul will come, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what I did. And I'm blah, blah, blah. And at the end, he'll do the little fake cry. And then he'll come back like a month later, like he did. I used to be a fan, so I know. Like he did. And he'd be like, so yeah, guys, I went on this new journey. I cut my hair and everything, working out. I'm in the gym. I'm doing. You think, did he learn from his mistake, or did he just
Not
realize?
really being a Jake Paul fanboy.
Come on, bro.
So no. But before we continue, guys, join the link below. We dropped the link in the description. If you'd like to comment or share anything, after we're done with the topic, feel free to cam up. But I didn't hear from the ladies.
I wanted to ask, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask, do you guys think that it's just like that people like to hate on other people? Or because I feel like sometimes it is that, like a lot of the times it is that, because like when you see people doing good and you see people succeeding and stuff, I feel like a lot of the time when with cancel culture, it is that they just want to bring them down somehow because they feel like they're doing better than them, and that kind of makes them feel insecure or just, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? I just had that question.
Let me real quick. I think the thing is that people, they jump on the opportunity, but they've been hating on the low the whole time. I'm telling you, this is why I mentioned the rice gum thing because me and my friends, we used to clown this man. Oh, the songs he makes. You're not a rapper, you a YouTuber, blah, 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 blah. The moment he does something bad, everybody can hop on the bandwagon. I've been hating him the whole time. Finally, here's my chance.
age.
I don't care. What? I don't care. Finally, here's my chance. Finally, I can do this. Finally, I can do that. Finally, I can attack this person. Because I've never really liked you in the first place. My mom was always listening to R. Kelly in the house. I've never liked him. You said he did what? How many years ago? And now the whole world needs to explode.
But
jumping
the
on opportunities.
Valid.
I mean, to answer your question, you done, Willie?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
To answer your question, I feel like deep down, everybody wants to be a celebrity to a certain level. Everybody wants to be YouTubers. Everybody wants to be athletes. Some people want to be politicians. When we see people succeeding and we see them messing up, I feel like it's a human thing. We feel like by knocking them down and by dragging them like down, it's gonna open up like an opportunity for us to like go up there and replace them. But that's just simply not true. Cause let's be honest, bro. You cancel Logan Paul all you want, the man's still gonna be richer than most people ever will be. You cancel the guy with the hotel in New York. I'm not gonna say his name. It rhymes with roasted rump. But you know what I mean, bro. We cancel all you want. The man still gotta be a billionaire. You cancel all these athletes that be doing all these wild stuff. They don't care. Like, and you never beat them. So just like stop it. You know what I mean, bro? It's okay to turn shoulders and stop trying. You know what I mean? Just like how you doing to somebody one day, if you do get a chance to make it to the top, maybe somebody gonna look at you and be like, you know what? I'm jealous. I'm gonna go cancel you. They gonna look back on your Twitter or like go back to middle school and find something you said that was not socially acceptable. That was acceptable back then, but it's not socially acceptable now. They use it against you and cancel you.
I do agree with the jealousy statement.
I know this kind of unrelated, but I need to say this right here. You can never. I know I made an example using Young Boy. We can never cancel Young Boy. I'm just saying, if you try to cancel Young Boy, I will be at your doorstep. I'm not playing.
Another YB fan.
And it's trying to
Lost young black man. Very unfortunate.
Just wanted to add something real quick. I think that people are very quick to judge in this society and even in cancel culture. I think people are very quick to judge instead of trying to be helpful. And it really is because most of us are selfish, and which ties back to the last question about cancel culture being ran through by society, because our society is very selfish. We're very egotistical. We're very prideful. We only think about our satisfaction and what we like and what we don't like. Nowadays, this society, like, we don't want to learn from anyone anymore. We think that we withhold all the knowledge within ourselves, and we don't go and seek to try and hear different perspectives and try and learn new things. So we hear one thing that we don't agree with, and now that person is canceled because we don't agree with what they said, instead of maybe taking that opportunity to sit down with that person and have a stimulating conversation with them and exchange ideas. But instead, we want to bash them and name call them and put them in a place of alienation. So that way, just in a way to silence them. And it doesn't really silence them, but that's all I wanted to say.
I can't hear.
One thing I noticed is that most of the time cancel culture really only works in individualistic societies like the US, Canada, the UK, because everybody just so meat oriented. I know for the most part, like in collective societies, like what happens in like most Asian countries, you can't really cancel nobody because, bruh, nobody really cares how you feel. Because if you decide that you don't like what somebody said, I feel like in those societies, people are usually more aware of what they say because they, like, you know what I mean? They're more like social, so they are gonna be more responsible with their words. But regardless, if you don't like something somebody said, oh well.
I just think people have the audacity. That's what I really just think it is. I think people, again, overestimate themselves. You know, um, that's the definition of arrogant, actually. Well, part of the definition of arrogant. Yeah, we just have too many arrogant people. Like, I think people just didn't get bullied enough or just get punched in the throat enough, bro, to realize that who are you to be talking on certain things. I mean, think about this, bro. I ain't gonna speak for other households, bro, but in my household, bro, if someone's speaking, but you listen. You listen. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much muscle you put on, how much creatine you consume. I don't care. You gonna sit down. You gonna
Watch
shut up.
yourself,
You
bro.
gonna listen.
Watch yourself. I'm a big man, bro.
I'm sorry. I don't want to get beat up, bro. But look, like I just think that a lot of people just think that they have a higher, they're in a higher moral class than others. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, you gonna cancel him for saying that, bro. But wasn't you the one that stole them lashes from Walmart? Uh huh. Why are you? Oh, we have found a culprit. Uh-oh. But like, again, like, at the end of the day, it just it's all just a big word salad for hypocrisy. That's all it is. That's all it really is. And I really think that we should not participate in it. It's not good. In the long term, it's not good, because then again, eventually you pointed this out earlier, that all the people don't learn from it. All they do is people hide from it. This is how you have these secret societies, and these people that are like, for example, when Mr. Orange Hair came into office, you know what I'm saying? People thought that he's encouraging uh, prejudice. I don't want to say the other R word. I don't know if YouTube allows us to say that. He's encouraging people to be mean to colored people, if you know what I'm saying. But the reality is that those people were already there. They were just hiding. All they had was someone to encourage them to continue their bad behavior. So it works the opposite as well. So someone else comes up, they're just gonna go back and hide it. So I really think it's unproductive, because all you're just doing is teaching people how to be more slick, how to use more finesse in their word choices. Like, wait, that's debatable. You don't know exactly what I was really meaning. You could be very persuasive in the way you speak. So I don't like that. It's really bad for societies, because or children. Imagine imagine these children try to cancel you. I mean that's how some of these older people think. Like, oh, imagine these little 16, 18-year-olds trying to cancel me. I'm a grown man. Who are these little kids to try to talk my business when they ain't even see nothing in life for real? I mean, like, you see from different perspective, like, it makes no sense. Let the people do their job. Let the people who are supposed to uphold whatever type of right thing do their job, and let's hold people accountable the right way. You're wasting your time. Mic drop.
Nah, and real quick, one thing too. I mean, y'all do know that after we tried. Do I say we? Do I have myself there too? Sure, maybe I have myself there too. We tried when, President Orange Juice showed up. You know what I'm saying? We tried our hardest. Get him out of here! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! I mean, he got impeached twice, and the man still made it all the way through the office and out, and flew off into the sunset. And I believe he's gonna run again. He might win. Who knows? And you know what happened after that? After we harped on him and hated on him and turned him into the embodiment of the R word against, people that look a certain way. What's it called? Byron came next. And you know what happened when he came next? we realized, wait a second, this guy isn't that much better. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he showed up and everybody, why did we hate on so bad when look at this next? And I even saw little things. Oh, let's not forget he likes to be around. He said some questionable things too. I'm not gonna talk like that. He said some questionable things too about children. He said some questionable things too about poor people, about black. He said, I don't even know. He said that stuff. He said these things. The guy who's in office right now said these things. But because we bashed the last one, we're so blind to the new one that if he does something right now, you people will, no, protect, no, he's good. You know why? Because you don't want a repeat of the last time. The killers, a repeat of the last time might be being prepared right in front of you. You never know. HBCUs. And he took money from y'all.
And the funny
But I feel
thing
like people
is,
aren't supporting Joe Biden.
Byron.
They're supporting him more than they did. What's his name?
I think
They did
support
Mr. T.
him because
They
he
said
was
over
like
80%
the
of the
lesser
black
of two
community.
evils.
That's the point. Is that we're not even voting like consciously anymore. We're just voting based off of our feelings. That's literally what it is, the lesser of two evils.
We're
Where it's
voting
like
like children.
you saw the other guy and we didn't like him so much that we'll have anybody else. Please, just not him. Just not him.
Yep.
And so Joe Schmo walks in the building. Hey, what about me?
Yeah, I know
Oh, you
80%
with
of the black
Obama, right?
community
Okay,
voted
come on.
for Byron. And the funny thing is that Mr. Orange Juice actually did far more for the black community than even Obama did. Y'all don't know about that. Yeah, y'all don't know about that. The policies, the tax write-offs, the funds. Oh yeah, y'all don't know. Y'all gotta do your research. He did far more than Obama did more for the elemental P's than he did for black people, bruh. That's Willie's favorite word. Shout out to Willie for that word. He did more for other
Don't get me canceled. Hey, the words didn't come out of my mouth. Don't get me canceled now. Slow down.
He did far more for other people that we did, bruh. So, I mean, you want to talk about cancel culture? I mean, we did cancel a man that did far more for us than probably any other president in the past 20 years. And this is proven. I'm not just talking. Y'all can fact check me. I was open to the possibility of being wrong. So you see how this society it does no good. It does no good. Stop canceling. Get off social media. Read a book. Dang. I'm tired of y'all. But anyone else want to add anything?
Let me add one. Let me add something.
Oh, my fault, Vinci, but James is about to go ahead, bro.
Oh, yeah.
James, so now you want to cam off, bro? You was about to go.
I had to sneeze, bro, too.
All right, bro.
Getting sneezing on screen, bro. It's Bush.
Bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, I mean, I feel like people really go outside and try to cancel all these people doing all these things, but let's talk about at home. I know some people's parents are way worse than the people we see outside. Some people fathers are. I'm not gonna go. You know what I mean, right? People really try to cancel people for not doing like it'll be like, oh, the person this bad word. But at home, their parents say a whole barrage of words, and right, you know what I mean, right? Their parents be the worst behaved people, the most socially unaware people, the biggest menaces to society. But they will not want their parents canceled. But they're gonna be over here canceling other people for sneezing around a dog when it's raining. Like, come on, now, you know what I mean?
I hear you, bro. We were talking about eggs, bro, but you know. But look, everybody, let me get final thoughts for everybody. We about to close out, bro. This eggnog. Well, someone go ahead, bro. So I ain't hear from you, bro. I want to hear your thoughts. That boy was taking a nap mid-show. That's crazy. Yeah, that man.
Final thoughts. I mean, as far as this monster goes, bro, we just gotta grow up. You know what I mean? We gotta we just gotta grow up, bro. Because it's adults that's doing this, bro, and it's it's very shameful, bro. There are things usually deserving of shame, bro. It's cancel culture. You know what I mean? You should be ashamed of yourself, bro. Like facts, like that's all it is to it, bro. You should be. I want you to cancel these killers, bro. I want you to cancel the Taliban in Palestine, bro. I want you to cancel. You feel? I want you to cancel the Klan, bro. The Klan in Alabama and Missouri. And New Orleans. You know what I mean? I want you to cancel the killers that's shooting stray bullets and killing babies, bro. You know what I mean? Cancel these people, bro. Like that man, David Chappelle, bro. Like, I really feel for cuz, bro. From my area, bro. He expressed his opinion on a community that doesn't really produce, you feel me? And this is what you do to him, bro. You do this to him before you do it to young boy. So to all the real threats, the real people that really stand against you. You feel me? I don't understand, bro. I want you to cancel these people, bro.
Cancel Nick Cannon.
Yo, let me say something right there, bro. As far as like all these big political like different groups like that, bro. Who are you to blame, bro? Like who are you really blaming? Are you blaming the people, or are you blaming like the education system, bro? Because I'm not gonna say I would say like people are like focusing on the wrong things, bro. Yes, I can agree on that, bro. There's certain things that happen, bro. Certain things that like happen around the world. People are not even in tune with it, bro. And that even goes as far as like voting, bro. People don't even care about voting, bro. They just care about who looks good politically, like as far as social media. You know what I'm saying? As far as social media, how cool do they look, or how much of a good person are they as far as social media, bro? Because I'm like Talibans, like clans, and all this other stuff, bro. Like, people just know that they like kill people and they do all of this crazy stuff like that. But people are not really educated on the things like things that happened before. Like they don't. That's why people. I guess that's probably why people don't even touch on topics like that, because they don't even have prior knowledge to it, bro. They don't even know what's really going on around the world. They just know about what celebrity is saying this and how they say it and whether or not they like what they say or not. But because everything is really ran off social media. So if somebody is saying, come on, bro.
I thought I was on mute.
But if everybody's following like a certain like a celebrity or whatever, and he says something that like goes against like someone's like whatever they believe or whatever, that person will be canceled immediately, bro. They'll be canceled because of the fact that they don't want this person being seen as like that public figure as they were before because of the things that they're saying now. So like as far as like clans and like all this other stuff, bro, I don't even think people like have knowledge to that extent, bro. But like this other stuff that's going on around the world, honestly, bro. To be realistic with you, bro. And I'm not saying that's an excuse why they shouldn't like be canceling these other people, bro. But yeah.
All right. Let's welcome Mr. Neckbone. What's up, Mr. Neckbone? You have a few comments you'd like to address?
Cancel culture within itself is stupid. I'm gonna just say that flat out. So
say it again.
So, reason I say that, right? Because I grew up off Family Guy, South Park, all these shows that were radically incorrect. And that being said, if you think about it, Family Guy touched on it, South Park touched on it, a bunch of shows touched on it. Like I've said in the comments, cancel culture truthfully is the FCC IRL. Because whatever people don't like on TV or they want to bleep out, guess what? The FCC, they take care of it. You don't ever see it again. You don't ever hear it again. What are we doing in real life? Now we're saying, oh, well, cancel, like you said earlier, cancel Tory Lanez, cancel R. Kelly. R. Kelly, real talk, R. Kelly, he didn't really care. He's mad that it finally caught up to him. But the fact that all these people were coming out the woodworks about it, that Surviving R. Kelly, in my personal opinion, shoot me if you want, stupidest docu-series I've ever seen. Reason why, because most of these people that were coming out of the woodworks that were saying, oh, he looked at me the wrong way. Okay, now you're canceling people for looks, for staring.
Actual accounts.
The actual accounts, yes. But the people that happen to be at shows that paid money to go see him, okay, he invites you backstage. You're susceptible to doing whatever he asks because you asked to be backstage. But
Hey, I ain't do that. Oh.
not saying that he's in the
I
wrong.
think you gotta
but
finish your statement because you get into a bit of controversy. So I want to let you finish what you were saying.
what I'm trying to say is a lot of things that people are canceling people for, they go a lot deeper than what people are making it out to be. Okay, R. Kelly had this big thing where he had this scandal from way back when. Okay, it's now being brought to the forefront once again, and he's finally paying for everything that he said. Like like Willie said, why didn't it happen in his prime?
But either way, like whether it's happening back then or whether it's happening now, maybe back then there wasn't enough, like people didn't care enough, but people still want to get justice at the end of the day. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care how far ago it happened. The fact that it happened, you deserve that person who it happened to deserves justice no matter what.
Of course they deserve justice, but the fact that it's people who know, dude, they don't know the situation. They don't know the time. They don't know the place. They don't know the person who suddenly want to come get justice makes a statement about what their purpose in doing this thing is. Is it really just about justice, or is it, I see this old man on TV who I really don't care about, and I hear that he did something wrong, so let's just get him out of here. Is that really what it is?
Are you like implying that it's some type of like social bandwagon?
Yes.
But at the same time, I meant to ask this earlier. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I meant to ask this earlier. Do you guys feel like, do you guys feel like cancel culture happens like naturally? Like, I don't think it's more like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like that people, like a bunch of people group together and they're going out of their way to like, I mean, yeah, some people are like cancel, but like sometimes that type of hashtag, for instance, trends because people are just expressing their thoughts about it and stuff like that. And then it becomes
I don't want. Actually, I don't. Mr. Journey, I think the question is for you, but I do want to chime in.
It was for everybody.
I really think that it's a modern. So, in general, if society is not satisfied with anything like behavior, whatever like that, there's usually some type of social conflict, which resorts in a much more violent way. I think cancel culture is the easy and the punk way out, honestly. I think is the way that, I mean, people hide behind their screens to try to hold other people accountable. I don't think people are really willing to do the dirty work that our ancestors or previous generations did. So I think it is a flawed method of what people used to do, if that makes sense.
Let me chime in real quick. I mean, I got answers to both questions that you asked. I think you asked two questions, but basically, there's this thing in psychology called groupthink. That's groupthink. So basically, if you see somebody doing something, you're more likely to do it too. So I believe that's why like cancel culture is such a thing because a person sees somebody doing something that they like, and because they're more likely to do it before you know everybody else jumping on. And honestly, I feel like even before it's social, my fault. You didn't ask that question. But I think Dylan said something like it's a modern problem. But even before social media was there, cancel culture was there. Cancel culture been there since way back then. Except that back then was different. Like back in the day, if you said something that the church or like the Pope, I mean the kings, or whatever, they didn't believe, that went against like the kings, whatever we call it, you would have been canceled. They would have like kicked you out. They would have forced you to go live by yourself and put like embargoes on you, preventing you from going outside and doing anything.
You would have been excommunicated.
Yeah. So honestly, cancel culture always been around. And I feel like it hasn't really changed much though, because it's like y'all know the story about Copernicus, who got I don't know if I went too far into detail, but basically like people were getting many scientists were getting like cancel culture back in the day, but I feel like nowadays the power to cancel somebody moved from like the hands of the high authorities to lower people, and the lower people just not the lower people, like you know what I mean, the regular common people, and common people they usually like they see somebody they like cancel somebody. You know, most of the time they don't really care. They decide to do it too because they see somebody like doing it. And yeah.
I feel like not modern, sorry, the lower level people matter. Like at least they have a voice now. Cause like back then, I feel like it's more problematic for like the kings and queens to be the one who are canceling people rather than the people in society itself. Because it's like if it's society, then it's like this is how we feel. And I feel like society doesn't really get to be heard often. Like social media is the only place where they're actually genuinely like heard for things like that. If that makes sense. I mean, of course, like not every instance, but I feel like instances like R. Kelly, like, yeah, you're definitely canceled. I don't care what generation I was born in.
So you said that. No, actually, I want Mr. Neckbone. Can you answer the question?
Yeah, so, and I wanted to answer the question directly. So, I know you love the song. Give me 1 second, Bella.
Hi, Bella.
The podcast. So, to answer the question directly, in Annapolis, Brewster's, the owner or one of the co-owners, I can't remember. When the rioting was going on in DC, he had sent out he had commented on it, and it was a very derogatory comment. And next thing you know, everybody was shouting, "Cancel Brewster's." And one of my friends did a
the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Oh no, they can't cancel no Brewsters. Come on now.
So next thing you know, one of my friends, he did a interview on it, and it's a bunch of high schoolers, you know, with signs. There's a bunch of high schoolers with signs saying that with all the comments and everything and all of his posts. The next thing you know, he interviewed. I'm happy you love it. One of the employees, he was a black man. He was recently incarcerated, just got out after doing, I think he said, was like 12 years. And next thing you know, these high schoolers, not knowing this man from Adam and Eve, are calling him a bootlicker, all these different things, because he's working for this company. But here it is, if the roles were flipped, if that same man went to go work at and I'm not down in it at all, if that same man went to go see a black-owned ice cream shop, right? He would not be a manager. He would not be a key holder. they would turn his application down, specifically because of his record. But this man is a manager, a key holder, highest paid worker at that job because he proved himself. But here it is, people are saying cancel the entire company because of one man's mistake. And that brings back why I said when I came on, cancel culture is stupid. But I just got home, so I'm ready to hop off. Y'all all doing great. Love y'all. Faye, Bella said hello.
Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate the support. So it's been a long episode, guys. You guys did a long haul. Well, it hasn't been even long for. We be doing these 4-hour streams and y'all tired. LOL. Side note, but I'm about to end it off. I just want to leave it open for any final thoughts concerning the whole conversation. Or I'm about to end it real soon.
Bro, that's it. You feel me? Cancel your ethical, ideological enemies, bro. That's some alliteration before we end off the stream.
Yes, cancel Taliban.
Cancel everybody who's out there being negative and not doing anything to provide anything for nobody. AKA everybody but Young Boy. You can't cancel Young Boy.
Young Boy. Bruh. We need an intervention for you, bruh. Willie, you like to say anything, bruh?
Cancel people who sleep with socks on.
That's the one. That one is the one, bruh.
You people
Let me cold.
menaces to society.
It's
How
cold
dare
sometimes.
you?
It's cold
It's
sometimes.
cold. That's what you have a blanket for, boy. You better get another
That's what I'm
sheet. You better get
saying.
an extra spread. You gotta put your your feet are stinking in the middle of the night, and you're breathing in that air through your nose. And I know some of y'all be covering your heads too. your whole like image. I mean, you wake up and you have sock smell. Like, I feel like y'all don't understand how much your breath will boof in the morning if you're smelling that.
Okay,
Like, it's not
but
just regular air.
you rather get
Like,
sick?
it's
You'd rather get sick?
Sick. How you
You're
gonna
not
get sick?
gonna get
You
sick.
know what?
Save this for the after hours, bro. Save this for the after
Yeah,
hours.
bro. I'm like,
Hey, Young
Hey,
Boy
bro.
sleep with socks on. I know you.
hey, it's cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just hold on real quick. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Hear Me Out Network. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. All these conversations, you know, the chat, the link is still available for after hours.
I don't
But
really sleep with socks
for the-
on, bro. You feel me?
Sue. We gonna pray for you. But you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. And let's talk about it. We out. Wow. Oh my gosh. You messing up.
This is an SOC exclusive.
Hey, shout out to SOC and Bossy for this beat, for the music. Shout out to Shamari. Find him on IG, Young Suave, YUNG_Suave. Figure out how to spell it, because I ain't gonna do that for you. But appreciate you guys.
You Bush, bro. Can't hear you.
Am I clucking or can nobody hear him?
Oh, I muted my
Get a
mic.
load of this
Ooh.
guy. Someone get a load of this guy.
Why you just open your mouth to the mic like that?
We got a little guest. Who is this?
Who's Bush?
This is a young boy.
Miss J.
Young boy,
Welcome.
dang it.
Oh my God, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh,
Let's see
okay.
if I can-
Okay. So it was a couple of topics I wanted to touch on. You know, for one, about the young boy thing. Where is young boy now?
Whoa,
Young
whoa,
boy is locked up.
whoa! First of all,
The judicial system is doing its job with young boy. He's in jail.
Who? Right. First of all, young boy does not deserve to be in jail.
Young
Young
boy
boy
deserves to be in jail. But wasn't your man just saying cancel young boy? We didn't cancel young boy. The judicial system got his ass.
Bruh, it's not fair though.
Yeah.
Young boy should be free. Like he made music to keep you out of the streets.
He should be
Make
free,
music.
but he's a murderer, right? So he should be canceled.
He did not murder nobody. He gently took their life. He
All right.
gently took their life from
All
them.
right.
It's not murder. It's
He
different.
didn't kill nobody. Okay.
He didn't. He slowly pulled their life out of them. It's not murder. If it's young boy, it's not murder. Anybody else is murder. That's what I'm saying.
Whatever you say.
Look, when young boy arrived late, you were early. You were wrong because you were early. When young boy, when it rains outside, young boy step outside, it start raining. Young boy makes the sun go away. When you step outside and get too hot, you like sun go away. He's young boy.
You're just a young boy.
This man is trolling.
No, bro. Young boy come for president, he would win, bro. I know he's not even 35. He would rely on winning president by himself with no support, no donations, or nothing.
But he's still a murderer.
Bro, he's not a murderer. I told you. He was playing that man.
All this, bro. You know, you talk about this judicial system, but he'll be the chances are he'll be out pretty soon.
Might get out. He might not. But I mean, like, okay. So this is my whole thing on like cancel culture, like the small stuff, like the Jake Paul thing and shit like that. Like, oh my bad, and stuff like that. Who really who watches Jake Paul or Logan Paul or whatever his name is? But who watches him? Like, he doesn't really have any he doesn't he has fans, yes, but he doesn't have the right fans. He has fans that don't care about what he does. And then it's like other people who get canceled, I just feel as though they have famous people, you know, stuff like that. Of course, more famous people can get canceled and shit like that. But I just feel as though saying cancel culture is dumb and it's not needed. Cancel culture is needed because like Dylan was saying, it's not a right way to do things, but the people that are supposed to be doing it the right way aren't. We don't win in either situation. Like, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying that neither of them is better, but one of them is doing a little more.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. You need some statistics. You need some numbers back at that claim. Say that one's doing a little bit better.
All right.
Two wrongs don't make a right, though.
Two wrongs don't make a right, but
so if this show was about statistics,
why are we gonna leave it up to the law enforcement and everybody to do the right thing when we know that they're not?
Because you get the same result. It's not productive.
So do you think we would have got the same result for cops killing white kids, POC and all that? A lot of them cops would have got a slap on the wrist if it wasn't made a big deal, if it wasn't made a thing. Like if nobody made it a big deal that made other people, I guess fake care or care for real, nothing would have happened.
I mean, let's use this example, right? Gang culture. Gang culture was originally supposed to be almost the law enforcement of the hood. Look where it's at now. Because it's unregulated.
Okay.
Stray bullets hitting, young bloods. Can't say their name. You can't say that B word. But a lot of young people are getting affected, negatively affected, and actually institutionalized into this culture by force. So this is what, in a sense, us trying to create our own form of enforcement or justice on our own could lead to. That's why it's irresponsible to leave. There's a reason why we have judges. There's a reason why we have people in these places. Because yes, if we all were to take on the responsibility to hold each other accountable, it would be chaotic. You know what I'm saying? So it will
Yeah.
never be perfect. So we all got to give up something for the sake of peace, for the sake of civilization,
Okay.
to be civil. So that's why like cancel culture is very irresponsible because you may want to cancel somebody, but you don't represent me. So what are we gonna do then? Can I stop you from trying to cancel somebody? No, I can't do that.
But like that
But
goes
what if I,
hand in hand with like somebody getting a verdict that somebody else doesn't like.
yeah, but at the end of the day, they don't have a choice because the thing is that, for example, if you if you want to cancel somebody, what if I have the means to support them? What if I'm like, you know what? I don't want them to be canceled. I like what they're doing. I got the bag. I'm gonna give them whatever resources I got is at their disposal. So now you have two people with no real power at conflict. You're wasting your time chatting, and I'm spending my money supporting this person. But at least in the
Okay.
justice system, you can't. Well, yeah, you can't just like be like, you know what? I'm a counter argue this one with some money or like that. No, whatever the verdict is, that's the verdict. It all ends up one person make the decision at the end of the day.
Okay. So okay, let's use a trial for reference. So like I'm pretty sure y'all all watched, the Gabriel Fernandez trial and stuff like that. If y'all haven't, y'all should. It's really nice. But basically, it was like the child care workers. They were supposed like they got put on trial. For child that word, that N word, that whole child abuse thing. Um, some people thought that they shouldn't have been put on trial, and then like so they did end up getting on trial. Some of them were found guilty and stuff like that. And then, but the guy that actually committed the murder, he was put on death row. Like he was like they wanted to give him a death sentence, right? But it was one guy, like one of the jurors, they didn't want to like give him the death penalty. So like when you say it's two people like fighting that power for something, it's like I'm gonna say it's kind of like that because like the jurors are our people, like the juror, like the people who make like all like that final verdict and shit like that. They're actual people. So like, yeah, yeah, it's kind of pointless, but at the same time, it's kind of not. Like I feel as though if we left it all up to like our judges and stuff like that, nothing would get done, which is why we have jurors.
As we can see,
We have another like a second opinion.
I beg to differ. I think it's quite the opposite. Because in everything, it always falls on somebody. So the jury, I don't know, like I don't study law, so one of you political people could correct me. But I don't think the jury necessarily has the full power in the courtroom, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So like at the end of the day, in almost anything, in any position of leadership, it always falls on one person. We try to pretend like it's a real democracy, but there's nothing democratical about this world at all. There's nothing. Whoever has the most power, the decision falls on them. Whether it's good or bad, it falls on them. That's why I don't necessarily. Well, I'm gonna talk
Okay,
about
so you
that,
just
but
think it's pointless because the end result is the same.
yes, the end result is basically, because for example, like again, I believe that there's a hierarchy in this world, right? So if I'm a winner, let's say I'm a billionaire or whatever like that, and you try to cancel me, and I try to cancel you, who's gonna come out on top?
Right. Good point.
So it's almost foolish. That's why I say kind of like people kind of need to learn their places. That like in some rooms you gotta shut up, chew the meat, spit out the bones. You know what I'm saying? You may not like it, but take what you need and keep it pushing. Instead of trying to force your ideologies on somebody that's far ahead of you. Let the people that whose responsibility it is to maintain that.
I get what you're saying. I do. I really do. But like leaving it all up to them is just not something that like me personally would be comfortable with and like what a lot of other people wouldn't be comfortable with. But like it also comes into like the bully aspect that somebody had brought up. like like to pick on people your own size. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because we know realistically that we're not going to be able to cancel certain people. Like, just be honest, we can't cancel certain people because of their influence, because of their money, because of their connections and stuff like that. So we cancel people that we can. So it's kind of like, it's not that we're bullying them into being like, we're not trying to like cancel them because like we can. We're canceling them because we have the power to do so. It's in our power to cancel them. Like, it's not in our power to cancel somebody like the president or like some high government official. Because like at the end of the day, we can't do nothing about that.
The thing
So we're
is,
changing the stuff that we can change.
well, the thing is, like, first, the first thing that you said, you may not be comfortable with that, and the thing is that, I mean, some people have kind of like brainwashed our society to kind of let us believe that we have a choice in that matter. I don't want to sound harsh, but the truth and the reality is that it don't matter what you care, what you think. like for example, I use the example of your parents. You know what I'm saying? As a child, if your parents say something, no matter how you feel, what your parents say is law. So again, these people in positions of power, again, I believe there's a natural hierarchy in this world. These people who have this level of influence, I don't think that it doesn't like they're allowing this to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing this to happen. Like, for example, the feminist movement. The patriarchy, this and that, cool, right? You really think if men did not want to allow women to get this equality, you think women would have equality today? Hell no. It's because men allowed that to happen, which I'm fine with because I support the original feminist agenda. But if men were like, nah, we don't want y'all to have no equality, you think women would have had a choice? I don't think so.
Okay, but also isn't just letting it, like, leaving it up to the people that it's going to be left up to. Isn't that also kind of falling into like this, that like you're being brainwashed yourself? Like, we're brainwashed to believe in the system.
Yeah, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Just because there's people in charge of these things, like you said earlier, like let the judges handle it and stuff, doesn't mean like we should stop trying to seek justice. Because, like, for instance, like, let's say the judge doesn't handle it the way we know it needs to be handled. Should we just stop trying because
no, of course not.
Like
so again, there's a system and there's a right way to do and hold everyone accountable as well. So a judge not doing their job right, there's a way to hold the judge accountable, and also in court you can also file for an appeal as well for a different judge and everything like that. But on top of that, again, when you talk about being intentional, which is one of my favorite words, is that we have the power and the ability to decide who our judges and who our leaders are. Right? And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us, and I'm speaking specifically in the black community, a lot of us are not intentional about that. We don't care who the mayor is. Do you know who the mayor is in your city? You see, like stuff like that. But the thing is, when you realize and you go to these other communities, they know. And people talk about, it's nepotism. Nah, it's not that. It's that they put themselves in these rooms and these positions to know these people. Therefore, whenever something either goes their way or not their way, they have someone that they can rely on and be like, you know what? I put you in this position of power. I helped you get here. And I'm saying, I know you. I know that guy. So I'm going to help that guy out. But we don't do that. So in the case of the justice system, I mean, we have absolutely no control of well, we should, but we don't. We have the ability to, without any pushback as well too. No one is stopping you. There's not a lack of voting. There's no systematic thing that's stopping you from voting. Probably the only thing I'll probably say is education. But other than that, I mean, you could put these leaders and hold them accountable. We pick our leaders. I think America is our government is a reflection of us as a society.
Yeah, but also politicians lie about stuff. So like we can't really like, okay, so like, yeah, we could, okay, so just like going on like what you're saying. Like we could vote for somebody and they could say that yada yada yada. This is my intention. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna make this better. I'm gonna make the world such a better place. And we vote for them because the other side is saying something completely different, something that we don't want. And then the person that we voted for is doing what we didn't want in the first place.
So, first thing, you judge them by their fruits. We don't judge people by what they say. We judge people by what they do. So usually when people want to get in a political situation, they have a track record. People know what they have done and what they have not done. But also as well, why not push yourselves? Like again, it's all about how far you're willing to go. Why not put yourself in that position, or encourage someone else that you know that could be there and help them to get to that position? You know. That's the thing as well. I think we're a little fearful as a society. We don't want to try. We want to do the picking, but we want to put like you're complaining so much of something that you're never participating in.
Okay.
Like a wrestling fan.
No. I participate in a lot of things that I'm advocating about, which is why I'm in this chat right now, because this is something that I am passionate about, you know? Like how like you guys say like cancel culture, like some people are just being followers. I completely agree with that. I feel as though some people are just doing it just because, you know, it's a hype behind it. But some people, I feel as though like a majority of people that are making the trend big and stuff like that actually care about what's going on. Like, yeah, we don't know them, but we know what happened to them was wrong. Like we're sympathizing with them. Like what happened was wrong. Like the whole R. Kelly situation. As a woman, I would never want another woman to go through that.
So, and this is gonna sound wild, right? I like your point. Hitler thought what he was doing was right. He cared. Now it's extreme. It's an extreme example. But the point is that no matter the intent, the consequences and the results matter more. Ooh, that should be the next topic. Honestly,
Okay.
that's a good topic. But what is the consequence? What's the results? You know, are we really holding on both sides? Is it all based on emotions? And who's the one participating? Who's the one like there's just so many gray areas.
Okay. I can understand that. So like, okay, I'm gonna ask you. Okay, so like, is cancel culture? So cancel culture has too many gray areas surrounding it.
Yeah.
But does like all of our systems not have gray areas? Do they all not work their way around it? Like, I just feel as though like it's a double standard to what you're saying. Like what you're saying applies to both sides.
Not necessarily. So there's a structure to our judicial systems. Are there loopholes? Yes. Is there a structure as well? Yes. That's the difference. Because cancel culture, you don't know who's doing it. You don't know who's participating. There's no. It's almost impossible to get even any type of data because who's the one participating? Who's the one making the decisions? Who, what? Like there's no answers. At least in the judicial system, if someone mess up or someone does something, we know who to point to. We know how to get here. We know how, like, we could track how we have gotten here. Cancel culture. Who started cancel culture? We don't even know who did that. How does cancel culture work? We kind of know.
I know who started it.
But I'm about to remove you.
All right, cool. I was gonna say YoungBoy. I was gonna say
like,
YoungBoy.
so if cancel culture all of a sudden got like a structure to it, would you be behind it? So like I just feel as though like just because something has a structure doesn't mean it's the best thing to follow. Like cancel culture isn't the best thing to follow either. I'm not saying that either.
That's true, but I'm not saying that the justice system is 100%. I'm a yes justice this and that. I'm not doing that as well. But two things could be true at once. But the thing is but why go to cancel culture when you can be the solution to the justice system? Because humans are flawed. So no system, no matter how perfect the system is, there's always gonna be some type of slip up, some type of messed up, right? Some mess up or whatever like that. But we're completely ignoring the fact that why don't we participate in our justice instead of trying to create it for our own. Because if we start arming up, whatever like that, strapping up, someone trying to get ringer off. But if you start arming up and doing this and that, what's gonna happen? We're gonna be painted as vigilantes. We're gonna get locked up as well. But there's a structure that exists already that is dependent on who is making a choice. The thing is that we're not making no choices. We're letting it happen. We're going with the flow. So again, it just all leans back to, have we even tried to take control of our own government and our own small community governments? Nah, we haven't. Even in PG County. I mean, yeah, we have mostly black leaders, but if I'm not tripping, the county executive is a white man. Which is nothing wrong with him being a white man, but do we even know who are in the positions of leadership in our own areas before we start talking about national? It's all about being intentional.
Okay. I can understand that. Small change before the bigger ones. But I feel as though like, you know, like the protests and like cancel cultures is kind of like the people's own way of trying to find out, like trying to get their own justice. Like they're not they're going about it. Like I can say they're going about it the wrong way, but their wrong way is having results. Like we are getting results from it. Like it's not like, you know, like we're doing it and like nothing is happening at all. Because then that would be pointless.
Because I feel like at least with those types of things, we can have a voice. Because when you're like relying on those in power and stuff, it's like, yes, we want people who look like us to represent us and stuff. But at the end of the day, we still have our own thoughts and opinions. And this is the way that we can get that out. And one person isn't going to be able to speak for everybody.
We about to get some real deep controversy. The thing is that...
Look, can you turn your camera on?
Bro, I'm residing in darkness.
Please?
But I got you, though. I got you. I know I'm... wrong joint. Hold up. Let me fix this joint. But when we talk about like controversy and stuff like that, the thing is that we don't have... We're all bark, no bite. What do I mean by that?
Yeah.
As a society, we make so many complaints and this and that and try to have a voice and chat this and that, blah, blah, blah. But we have no power and we look like children. Honestly, in the eyes of society, you know how children could talk all that talk. These little kids want to run around and try to punch you and whatever like that, and it doesn't even hurt. It's all bark. We're making a lot of empty threats as a society. So if you really want solutions, we gotta empower ourselves. What does that look like? That looks like putting us people in through school, forming businesses, being very intentional about the money, circulate the dollar in the black community, and make sacrifices. Everything else sounded pretty, but no one wants to make the sacrifice.
I just feel okay.
Yeah, y'all can keep talking. I'm about to be on mute real quick.
Okay, so I think it's like, okay, the last point I'm gonna make and I'm gonna let y'all go. So like with like, you know, like the whole, you know, gotta take action and all that, like people are taking action by doing their protests, going to like, you know, their city council and protesting what they feel is wrong, you know, saying what should be done, what is right. It's like signing petitions, posting about it, being active about it, like informing people about it. I feel as though it's like we are like doing our own thing, but we're just doing it in smaller ways that can still impact people. Like the same way how you were saying, like, damn, what did you say? You had said something about, I forgot. I'll say it if it comes back to me, but if it don't, forget it. But yeah. I was like, it's just that. I just feel as though like, you know, we are doing our small things. You know, obviously we can't like, it's bigger things that, you know, we can't do right now. So we're doing like the little things that we can.
Exactly. Because I feel like all we have is now. And it's like things like getting into power and stuff, becoming mayors or becoming leaders in our community. It takes time. But we need solutions now. We need things that we can do now. So I feel like protesting and stuff like that is very effective. It may not always get the justice that we're looking for, but I don't think we should ever stop protesting and stop fighting for the things we believe in or speaking our mind about the things we believe in because we're there's people in charge who can handle it or whatever, because they're not handling it. That's why it's a problem. That's why we're protesting. So
Right. And then there's another thing, we're trying to get us in power. Let's be realistic. Trying to be a person of color, getting into a high position like the government and stuff like that is hard. It's hard because it's people against you that don't want you to even be in it already. So they're already going against you behind your back, trying to get you to fail. And then you got people like us that care about society, all that, care about us doing a little bit better. And then there's other people that are complacent, that don't really care. Like, if it's not affecting them, they just mind their business. So it kind of tunes into that. That's what I feel as the protests and stuff are coming from. We're protesting our government and our systems because that's where our problem is coming from. A lot of our problems will stem from that. And I feel as though that's where a lot of the smaller things like cancel culture and the hashtags and the trendings and stuff like that. I feel as though that's why we made those things, because we make things that are serious trendy so people will listen. And even though we shouldn't, it's the only way to get us to be heard. So yeah, I think that's the last thing I'm gonna say.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
I appreciate you. I don't know where Dylan is, but thank you.
All right, see y'all.
Hello, everyone. How are things?
Hey,
How's life?
we appreciate the guests. We appreciate you guys. We still got 6 viewers, that strong viewers. We appreciate you guys. Phil over here eating Haitian spaghetti. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, that was good. We eat pasta every Thursday in this household. Alfredo, Haitian spaghetti, pasta, maybe lasagna. Except nobody in my household really makes lasagna, but I love lasagna. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
What is Haitian spaghetti though? What is that?
Well, honestly, I don't know if it's a specific type of spaghetti, but it's just the way we make it. I don't know if everybody else makes it that way, but I know if you look up Haitian spaghetti recipe, you'll find a specific recipe.
Is it spicy or something like that?
I really couldn't tell you. It's really not that spicy. It's just, I don't know. I think it's the way we make it. I really don't know.
Dang. At least it's not Haitian jollof rice.
I feel like we would probably make some good Haitian jollof rice. I think we would. Have you tried all the different rices in Haiti? Does do Ghanaian and Nigerian or Ivorian coasters, do y'all have a bunch of different type of rices? I know in Haiti we have Julie Jonjon, we have Julie Collet, we have Julie Blanc, we have all these different types of rices and stuff. And I love that about Black people. Well, I don't know if Black people.
We got 3 basic rices in Ghana. We got jollof rice, we got fried rice, and we got oil rice, which is rice and oil just cut together. Usually we put spaghetti in there. We eat with the red spicy pepper thing we making. And sometimes we put fried eggs on top of it, and it's actually really good.
I didn't know y'all had fried rice. I said I didn't know y'all had a fried rice. That's so funny.
Fried rice is African, bro. Them people that be making it, bro, I ain't gonna say no specific identity. They be stealing the recipes from African people.
I can see it.
You know,
I believe it.
Countries, they don't eat the stuff that that non-native people eat. They just make fried rice to sell to us so that they can make bread. Does that make sense to you? But yeah, I got some regularly scheduled tomfoolery. Young boy could stop the murder rate if he makes a song about peace. If we all start to GoFundMe and pay Young Boy like $1 million, he can make a song about peace and everybody will stop killing. Young Boy is that what?
That note.
Hey, you can't hate on Young Boy. He's the greatest ever dude. Young Boy could rap in any era, and you get the love he getting right now. You go back to the 80s and rap, you get respect. You go into the future and rap, you get respect. No, you can't say about nobody else. Michael Jackson is really phased out in today's generation. Most of today's kids don't like Michael Jackson, but people back in the day, we play young boy, they're like, oh my goodness, who's this young man? Very talented. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand the slander y'all be trying to give that boy young boy. That man, he been through stuff and he's still over here making music.
I don't know. I don't have anything to say about young boy.
Hey, bro, Dylan.
Where is Dylan? Hey, Sue, how are you doing? How's your day going?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
Dylan.
What's a shirk?
It's like Lil Durk, but Cirque.
What's up? Y'all calling me? What's up?
Bro. Why you ain't let him run down? Why you didn't let that boy run down, bro?
Cancel Dylan.
Cancel Roman.
Cause we'll speak about it after.
I think I know why.
Man, rubbish, bro.
I'll figure it out. I think I know why.
I don't know why though, bro. What?
You should know why. You know. But yeah, on that note, the young boy wants it to rain today. He can make it rain. That's all I gotta say.
This is so weird. So this is how you guys operate after hours? I usually don't stay for this.
Now, most of the time we usually be arguing after hours because most of the time somebody would have said something during the show that was like, you know what I mean? Then after hours we would usually argue.
The way you said some hoopla last time.
Me?
Yeah.
I heard you talking about slavery. I didn't watch the last one.
No, because we talking
hoopla, bro.
Right, no, you were talking about hoopla.
No, you were talking hoopla, talking about fluid words.
Bro, words are fluid. What?
Nuts.
Bro, I proved it to you like 4 times.
Bro, I proved it to you 4 times, bro.
One time,
and I won the jury's decision, bro.
You did not. You did not.
I won the jury's decision, bro.
No,
yes, I did.
No, you didn't, bro. You
right,
not
bro.
even close, bro. I really proved my point, and I backed up with the English language. You talking about Shakespeare, bro? The man been dead for like 500 years. I don't care what he thinks, bro.
And I thought Shakespeare like stole his stuff from somebody.
He probably did.
I heard that was like a big thing. Like Shakespeare's stuff didn't even belong to him.
Yeah, he probably.
I don't know where you heard that from.
He probably stole from a black person. He probably.
That's actually what I think I heard, but I wasn't gonna say it.
You know, most of history is black history.
From? I don't know.
But yeah, it is Black History Month. Let's talk about
nonsense. This fluid nonsense, bro. Man, Fayola, tell me something, bro. Do you have the ability to look from somebody else's point of view?
Do I have the ability to look from somebody else's point of view?
Yes.
Yes.
Bruh. No, you can't, bruh.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Why can't you?
You can never live somebody else's life. So you gotta see from their point of view.
But I mean, I can understand somebody's point of view.
Not fully.
Maybe not fully, but I can definitely like put myself in somebody else's shoes.
No, if I tell you to imagine how it feels like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to a track meet and being there from 5 in the morning, from 6 in the morning till midnight, and having to run in the dry air and your relay team losing because they drop a baton. Can you understand what I feel like? What that felt like?
I can begin to understand.
But you can.
I may not understand it completely, but I can put myself in your shoes and be like, yeah.
No, you can't. I disagree with that. I honestly disagree.
Tired. You said you lost in the end?
Yes, because my teammate dropped the baton.
You're probably tired. You're probably disappointed.
No.
How did you feel?
I was like, dang, the season over. On to the next outdoor season.
But you weren't disappointed?
I mean, no, I wasn't.
Okay, but if you're explaining your point of view to me, then I can understand it. I may not be able to fully comprehend it, but I can understand it.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Unless you had to run a relay on the track with a dry air with people watching you, I feel like you honestly can't understand it.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
What?
You will never, ever, 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 ever understand. Oh well, I see what you're saying. But you will never ever like be able to see something from like another perspective fully. Like everybody's living their own life and nobody has the same perception.
Yeah.
Like what if the color blue to me doesn't look like how the color blue looks to you?
Yeah. That's what I be thinking all the time. Because technically speaking, everybody body got their own little flaws. So it's possible that what I see as red, you see as yellow. The reason why I like red so much is because I don't know why, but I feel like the first color you see when you're born is usually your favorite color.
I don't think so.
Really?
Don't you just see white?
Oh yeah, babies are blind when they're born. But I feel like when you first start seeing, the first color you see like is likely to become your favorite color.
I don't think so, because I feel like you see so much at once. Like,
No.
right now, I can see purple, I can see yellow, I can see blue.
Right. That's a baby. You got me in your crib laying down looking up at the ceiling.
But you don't know that. Babies might be looking at everything. You wouldn't know. You don't even remember what it was like to be a baby.
I do though. That's a funny thing. I actually do. Yeah. No, actually, my oldest memory was when I was like 2 years old, and I was crawling around. And my parents tried to scare me. They said there was a ghost in the corner, and I got scared, and I crawled back to them.
That's weird that you remember that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's so weird. Like that's the oldest memory I have. But I feel like it's getting more faded. Every time I think about it, it gets more faded. But like when I was like 14, I vividly remember like because they were watching Spider-Man that day, and I was just crawling. And it was just so weird.
Interesting. I wonder if something happened that day that would make you remember that small.
Oh yeah. That's my first time being scared. My parents, bro.
Okay. They usually say you remember like traumatic experience.
Yeah, you know, like African people are. I mean, people they were like, there's a ghost under your bed and like go to sleep. I'm like, bro, what?
Lights off.
Yeah, they were like telling me like scary stories when I was like 4 years old. They'd be like, oh yeah, you better not go outside after dark, otherwise the cigarette is gonna come steal you. I'm like, bro, what?
The cigarette?
Yes, bro. This is a little story about a walking cigarette that stole this little girl, and basically like her mother had to like slam the door by his hand. And when she did, his finger fell off, and that's why cigarettes are so short.
Oh, when my sister was little, she was trying to follow my mom out when my mom was going to work, but my mom was like, "Girl, stop! Like I gotta go to work." Mm-hmm. And then my sister, she like tried to put her hand in the middle of the thing. Anyways, my mom like closed the door really hard, and so the tip of her finger fell off. And then they had to put it in ice and everything and go to the hospital. And then she was fine, but my mom was freaking out because her finger was gone. So now they just had to stitch it back on.
Oh, at least yeah.
She's an artist, so.
Right. I used to have a fear like when I was a kid.
Feeling in her hand though.
Yeah, they said if it was like, I think they said if it was like any lower or something like that, or if she had came any later, or if she didn't put it in the ice or anything, it would have been.
Oh wow.
I think she a kid, so she would have been fine. You know, like kids have stem cells and stuff like that, right? So I think she would have been fine, but she was older. But you know, growing up, I couldn't eat rice growing up or spaghetti. I think you know why.
Why?
They look like worms.
Really?
Bro, I really cannot.
I was eating.
Imagine being African and you can't eat rice, bro. That's like 85% of our diet, bro. I watched this movie about like a worm, like I don't know, bro. And every time I go to sleep, I see worms in my dreams, bro. Like cartoon worms, like a smile on their face and all that.
Weird. You should look that up. You should look that up.
Nah. It's just nah.
Worm dream.
Nah. But yeah, long story short, I couldn't eat like rice. I was like 8 years old. That's when I finally got over my fear of worms. And to this day, I still don't like anything that crawl. Like you can really rob me with a maggot. Like you really come to me with a little maggot and put it out to me, and I'll actually give you everything I have. I would not even fight you. Like that's how scared I am of like worms and stuff like that. Don't use it against me though. Don't ever try to do that because I will actually like have a panic attack. You know. No, bro. I'm dead serious, bro. No, bro. Bruh.
You know what I hate? Those little kids that are like not scared of animals and stuff. Like I remember my best friend, well, one of my best friends, her little brother, he just wasn't scared of like animals and stuff. And so one day he came up to me and he was like, "Bejola, look." And then I was like, "Oh, what is it?" And it was like a freaking cricket. And I was so disgusted. And I wanted to, but didn't. So, kids are so weird.
My coach's daughter threw a worm at me one time. I'm about to whoop that little bruh. She threw a worm at me. We already know how I feel about worms. The girl really picked up a worm, came out to me when I was breathing tired. She was like, "Steven, look." Dang, that's my name.
I forgot that was your name.
She threw a worm at me. I was like, "Bro, what?" Nah. She's about to.
And you just told 6 people your real name.
Okay. Do I know them 6 people?
You might.
Probably not. If they call me on my name, I'm gonna rely on throwing hands with them. It's
So
a spicy season.
I have a question. Should we cause where'd everybody go? You know, like the people in charge of this. I'm just confused. Like, do we keep talking or
I don't know.
do we wait for them to cut it off?
It's neither.
Interesting.
Neither. Don't call me none of them names. I would rely on ignore you. The only person that call me that name is nobody.
Must be a hell of a
Vinci,
guy.
it's okay. It's okay. It's your true identity. It's your true. It's okay. You need to embrace it.
Right, my true identity.
He said she asks Bella about that every time she sees it. I do.
My true identity is Vinci, the
I
artist.
just ask Bella if she remembers.
Bro, Vinci, the name your mother gave you.
Bro, I don't care. I didn't choose that name. I'm gonna cancel my parents for naming me that name. I'm gonna cancel them. You know, a kid actually did that, right? A kid actually sued his parents for naming him. I think a weird name.
Well, I feel like as a parent, you know certain things are gonna have certain reactions. So why would you name me like Dick Butt Kiss? Yeah, that's what you call an enemy of progress before progress was even made. Like, come on.
Dick Mellon. I had one of my teacher's sons, right? His name was Dick Mellon. I'm like, bruh. I know how the teacher called Kelly Burgess. We used to clown that man, bro. We used to call him Kelly every time. He gets so mad, like, don't call me that. Like, nah, Kelly.
I think it's funny when men have like girl names like Sasha or
What's
Aubrey Graham.
There's a boy called Sasha.
Sasha's a common boy name.
Really?
Mhm.
I ain't never heard it.
Sasha, Aubrey.
I'll give my son a girl name though. You know what? Not a girl name, but like Tracy or something like that. Because everybody that got a girly name is always tough in sports. Like literally, search up any boy with a boy name and with a girly name, you're gonna find them playing like either football or basketball. Like look, Kelly Oubre, Tracy Porter, Jeff Janis.
I know what that man looks like.
Yeah. So if I name my kid something girly, they got not all the way girly. Like I'm not gonna call my kid like
Sasha.
Judith. Yeah, I'm gonna call my like Tracy or something like that. They're gonna be your dog. Cause you have no option. Either you're gonna be the best person on the field, or they're gonna make fun of you for being called Kelly. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna name my kids that. I'm gonna call my kids Zaire, Kyer, and Jair. Can't nobody else say that name.
I hope you have triplets.
That's what I want.
I'm
Don't need me
naming my first daughter. I'm gonna name her Eliana Rose.
Oh my goodness.
That's
cute.
Why are you laughing?
Eliana Rose, bro. I said what?
No, you're not saying it right. Eliana.
Bro.
Eliana Rose.
I'm gonna butcher her name. Call it Ariana.
No.
Bro. I'm gonna name my daughter something that breaks people's necks all the time. Like, you know how Sha'Carri Richardson, when you hear the name Sha'Carri, you like
Sha'Carri.
It's Sha'Carri.
I could have sworn it was
Yo,
Sha'Carri.
what you gonna name your daughter?
Y'all, I haven't gave it much thought. I thought, no, listen. There's certain names that I've heard, but like somebody always beats me to it. For instance, when I was watching Money Heist and I heard the name Nairobi, I was like, oh yeah, that's such a beautiful name.
Yes, that is a beautiful name.
Such a beautiful name, Nairobi. Like
It's a city. I think me like beautiful flower though. I'm pretty sure.
oh, it's such a beautiful name. Like just in general, like if you meet somebody, hi, my name's Nairobi. That's so pretty.
I'm like, where you from, Kenya?
But my sister was like, yeah, I'm gonna name my child Nairobi. And I was like, but I don't know.
You have a blessing coming your way.
What you mean?
We'll talk later.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Whenever a girl says like, we gonna talk later, it's oh my goodness, bro.
But just know, God is trying to bless you. Okay.
Okay. You better be okay. I mean, I
You look
guess
so confused.
I am confused. What's the topic of it? What's it about?
We'll talk later, okay?
Oh Lord.
Okay, guys, I'm just about done with y'all. So
Yeah, we should cut it for real.
Cut it.
I don't know where Dylan is.
Bye.
I don't know where Dylan is, but it's time to bye, Fayola.
If everybody leaves, I'm gonna sit here and talk about YoungBoy. I'm gonna name all the Young Boys' most iconic songs. I'm not even playing. I'm gonna sit here and name all of them in order, alphabetical order. So Dylan, you know better. You better cut me off, bro. Young Boy. I'm gonna rate all the Young Boy songs. Every Young Boy. No shirt.
Hey, bro, Vinci, Michael Parsons is real life fast, bro.
I don't think they were really trying for real. I think they're just like jogging. Yeah.
Oh nah, bro. He beat Tyreek, fool.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Ain't no way,
He
bro.
was jogging though.
Yeah. Nah, Tyreek's actually like impossibly fast, bro. That man's like sub 10 fast. But you don't, I don't know why people trying to compare anybody to Tyreek. Like, bro, that man's actually like a quick sprinter. Like, he the real I made the Olympic team out of high school, but he ain't go that route.
Interracial parents. Hey, stay have dinner with us.
No,
we're on collard greens. Don't forget the raisins. Well, bitch. I receive it. And we're your interracial parents.
Imagine jollof with raisins in it. Oh my goodness, bro.
What?
Imagine jollof with raisins in it. I'll be
Y'all done?
Yes.
Hold up. Y'all done?
It's nothing else to talk about.
You talking about Young Boy? Not his great songs.
All right, bro. I'm ending this joint, bro.
Yo, Young Boy. Young
Boy. Call the FaceTime. Just FaceTime.
I'm about to end this.
Young Boy.
Thank y'all for
Call
watching.
FaceTime
Thank you
and
for the
talk about-
show. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Hear Me. I was about to say Unfiltered. Welcome. Dang. Let's talk. Hey, bro. I'm gonna just end this joint.